Hey, Ned.
Ready. Oh, there's got to be 10 people listening. Wow. Actually, we got to make 41 waiting.
40. Can you make that sound of 48 people clapping?
Exactly 48 pairs of hands.
48 times 2.
If we can do that now, if we can do that for the next 3 hours and 58 minutes, we'll be fine.
We'll be annoying a lot of people.
54.
By the way, I would like to point out, why the hell did you and Mancuda go 5 hours on Tuesday?
Wow.
Seriously? I'm glad I tapped out when I did. That was ridiculous. That was almost New Year's Eve like.
I know.
What was the content like? I didn't get to see
him up.
I don't even remember, but I told him this Tuesday we could do 9 hours if he wants.
Why did you tell him that?
Because Johnny's
because I'm here. Because I'm here. I'm here, and so.
Oh, you're by yourself?
You know? Yeah. It's me and Ned. It's me and Ned.
Bachelor pad.
Hey, man.
He's going crazy.
Johnny's red tube participation is going to be massive.
Oh.
Yes. I don't. Wait. I don't even know what that is. I got you, John.
I don't know, but we're live on YouTube.
Oh,
hey, this is John Biel's Straturday Night Live.
John Biel, who hasn't said a word yet.
Can you hear me? I'm trying to interject with a little bit here. There he is.
Brought to you by Colonel's Popcorn.
Gotta get a new picture.
do we?
Well, you don't have to. I'll allow
exactly.
it. I'll allow my my person. What do they call it? My
your likeness.
My likeness to be used for Colonels. It's for a good cause, and I'm sure Vince out there.
You look so happy.
Would allow it too.
Yeah, Vince is happy that his face isn't on his body, even though it says Vince Neil behind you.
Yeah. Right? What tour was that from? That must have been a club tour. It looks like.
Yeah, that's all Vince Neil can play.
Yeah,
by himself.
I got to chauffeur Vince around back in '96, and probably back in '96 I chauffeured him from the hotel to the venue, and then he played a few more times. And I've seen Vince, man, opening for Van Halen in '93.
You saw Vince Mann open for Van Halen?
Vince,
that's what you
Vince
said.
McMahon. No, man. It was a little emphasis. Vince, I saw Vince, man.
Vince, comma, man. Not to be confused with guy, man, dude.
4 or 5 times, anyway.
Wow. Awesome. Well, hey, everybody. It's March 27th, 2021, midnight, 12 a.m. So that'd be March 28th.
I got to get to
bed. To John Biel.
Welcome.
Hey, it's 9:12 out here, Santa Cruz, California. And of course, we're live on YouTube where we have our executive producers, Charles Green, Wayno, Joe Christian, Michael B., Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Susan Silvestri, Bent Tom, the Chad, James Gum, Jarhead Rock, Frank Corcoran, Michael Smith, the Captain Michael Smith, Stephen Franklin, Dan Halen, John Moronic, Jimmy Ray Hawkins, Voodoo Child SJ, Mike Neese, and Steve Carmichael.
Carmichael?
More applause.
Carmichael.
That's the top tier of channel membership here on YouTube. And if you'd like to become a channel member, click the join button. It's right below the thumbs up button, which I can't. 22, I think. I think 23? We have 23. 23 thumbs ups. Thank you. This is also a podcast, so you can listen to this on iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, radio.com, Google, Apple, Make sure to subscribe. Just search Johnny Beane. And where are my notes? What else? We're live on Facebook, Johnny Beane TV Facebook page, where we have Facebook stars. Help support the show. And then we're also live in the Van Halen 1974 to 2020 Facebook group, where I think we're almost at 37,000 members.
Wow.
It's like 1,000 people a day are
Look at you,
joining
big
that.
time in us.
Right?
Yeah.
And Johnny Beane makes that happen.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's alone.
Yeah. And also brand new feature here. If you'd like to support the channel, any super chats, meaning any comments and any highlight, it highlights your comments, it highlights your questions, and any of those will change the color of the guitar more. My light's back there. So
Nice.
What I really like is every time you say, if you'd like to support the channel, I think we're watching public television. Just for local support for our public television program is provided by.
Well, that's only like 4 times a year. He does this every week, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And he cashes in, by the way. By the time the show is over, you know.
Here it is.
Yeah, yeah. Someone's doing just fine. Thanks for asking.
mm-hmm. Well, I'm not a real musician, so you got to do something.
Yeah. Well, we've heard that. We've heard you're not a real musician. We'll get into that if the trolls show up tonight. We'll smack that down pretty quick.
Wow. What else? John B.O., hey, man.
Hey, wow, welcome.
Hey, welcome. It's good to see you.
It's been a good week. How have you been, gentlemen?
It's getting warm here in Arizona.
Really warm in Arizona.
Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah. Starting.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting warm here in New England and Massachusetts. It was like 70 yesterday, so
70.
I know. I'm saying that to two from California and Arizona. You know?
That's cute.
70 is cold here.
Not in your area, really. Isn't that like 70 all year round in your area, Johnny? Oh, that's LA.
Yeah.
I guess LA is probably like
no,
that.
it is.
No, Santa Cruz is pretty good.
70s.
It gets a little raw in the winter there. It gets down into the 50s and shit, but for the most part,
It sounds hot in Santa Cruz. It sounds like it'd be a warm area.
yeah,
No.
Santa Cruz sounds like it would be Southern California, but it's
Right.
not.
It's right on the water. I can literally walk across the freeway and be at the. Well, you guys
Don't
have seen
do
that.
Don't walk
Yeah.
across the freeway.
No,
Never a good idea.
No, but I'm just saying, if I wanted to, I could just cross the freeway and I'm at the beach.
I pictured Johnny home alone this week, and he's like,
So,
I'm going across. I don't know why I just pictured that. Like, Johnny, I'm going to cross because his wife isn't home. He can cross the freeway. Or Frogger. What's Frogger? Is that Frogger? I don't know.
I don't know. I was just doing that because it was funny. Yeah, no, we're in a place where, like, right now I'm in that 5-week period where it's perfect here. The temperature goes from 82 to 89 literally in 5 days. If you pull up, like, and not that we're going to do weather tonight, but if we go over the 5-day forecast, it's like 82 here, 82 today, and then by next Friday it'll be 89. You know, slowly but surely. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing. I mean, Johnny, Ben Tom responding to the trolls early on. I love when people, and for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, if you go to the top of the chat, a couple of guys came in early to try and throw a little shade on the program today, disparaging the musical talents of the combined cast of the show. Other than the captain, Michael Smith, I believe all of us, I believe all of us have been on stage with national, international acts. So,
The captain's has had his days too. Yeah, I think he's.
Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know his backstory, but you know, I'll put the combined resume and musical output of this program against any internet troll that wants to step up. So,
yeah.
so that's, and Ben Tom
Bring
knows
it
it.
on.
I told the guy I told him to call me. I gave
Have
him
him
my
call in.
number.
Yeah, have him
And
call in.
I said, give me a call, man.
Call
Yeah,
us up.
have them call in and we'll sit here and we'll talk about their musical contributions versus your musical contributions versus Caleb's musical contributions versus Jay's musical contributions versus mine, and we'll just sit back and laugh. I love when people spend time on the internet talking about people who spend time on the internet as being losers. Hello, pot kettle, you're black.
And did you see what I said? I said what I say? I said losers don't upset winners. I mean, really, if you're a winner, why are you upset about us losers?
Yes, clearly. Yeah, it's nice to be able to live rent free in people's heads. You know, Rick Dees once said, "If they ain't bitching, they ain't listening." So,
Wow.
Thank you, Bent Tom. Thank you.
John Doe with his weekly Van Halen guitar question. I would take a Music Man Axis over a PV special, but that's just me. Your mileage may vary. I like the Music Man over the PV. I think the Music Man is my favorite Van Halen style guitar. But Johnny Beane may say something different, and John BL may say something different.
I've only played the Music Man. I haven't played a PV EVH.
Yeah, Bozique brings up a good point. You know, even if you didn't play pro, I mean, I would put. I don't believe Josh Jones is in an internationally signed recording act, but I dare you to find somebody that can play guitar better. I double dog dare you.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. I double dog dared you.
There's another guitar question. Austin LaFond asks, "Are the Reb Beach Ibanez Voyagers good guitars?" I always like. Is that the one with the cutaway at the under the tremolo? I always like that design. I don't know how good they are to play.
Are they new ones? Are they releasing new ones?
That was 90s, I think.
Yeah, I was going to
Way
say.
back. I gotta find my Ibanez catalog. I have
Early 90s, late 80s, maybe 89.
Probably, yeah,
those came out.
When he was playing with what was it? Was it Whitesnake or what?
Red Beach was in Whitesnake in the mid 2000s.
Yeah,
I think he's still in Whitesnake. Actually,
possibly.
He's still in Whitesnake.
Possibly.
He's just not the big musical director. Joel Hoekstra apparently is the guy that writes the music.
I was behind him. Okay, I'm going to drop some names. I was behind him and Brad Gillis. Chip Ellis was sneaking me into a part. Well, not sneaking, but he was bringing me into a party at Seymour Duncan's, and we were behind Joel and Brad Gillis, and that's when I first met Seymour Duncan. And he was a really, really nice guy. And actually, I asked him to come on the show, and he agreed. But it's been like a couple of years, and we've never done anything. Yeah,
he never followed up, Johnny.
You know, maybe we will.
And in the role of John Mancuta's mother, please welcome Jay Hannon.
Is my volume
Brad Gillis is a super underrated player.
Is my volume on?
Yeah.
Is my volume on?
Huh?
What?
Is my brain on?
Are we done yet?
Is it 3 o'clock?
No. It's gonna be a.
Where the hell did the pop-up chat go? The pop-up chat literally disappeared on me.
It's gonna be a long night.
Where the frick?
Yeah, we're in from a very long night.
That's it.
So what's this? Somebody talking crap?
Yeah.
That's fun. I like that.
Pretenders.
Hey, I like, you know, I told you guys
like the
before.
Pretenders.
I told you guys before, when I read like negative comments, I laugh at that stuff, man.
Yeah, that's a win.
I mean, it's better than nobody watching at all. I remember the days of doing these shows. I remember going live and there being one person watching me,
and it was you. Yeah.
Well, no, it was
Nesdal.
You know, no, this was years before.
Nesdal was watching you.
This was years and years. This was 10 years ago. But I would go live and this was before YouTube. This was
Johnny was YouTube before YouTube.
What was before YouTube?
Yeah, Johnny.
It was called
internet video before YouTube, but
it was called Justin TV.
I remember that.
Justin TV.
Maybe
and then that eventually turned into like Microsoft or something.
No, didn't Justin TV didn't that end up being of course not me. I never used it for this reason. But where you go to watch like UFC and boxing matches instead of paying for them.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Whoa.
What happened?
Yeah.
James
right.
Gum just put some money down on the table. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
right away.
Thank you so much, man. See, it's not. I mean, I might be fake, but those lights are real.
You are fake.
Nobody's
Okay.
telling you
There.
it's not real. I get it.
Because I've been saying it's magical. It's magical.
USB. It's USB, John.
know?
Or Bluetooth or fire.
And and Jay, Justin TV turned into what is it? It's like a paid it's like you host your own pay-per-view. What's it called, man? Sammy Hagar used to go live on there.
Oh.
He did some Cabo Wabo shows.
Periscope?
No.
Speaking of Sammy
That's before
Hagar,
Oh man. Is that tonight?
Jeannie and I finished this whole. No, we only had. Well, Jeannie had 2 tonight. I had 1.
We finished this for breakfast.
Is that Sammy's brand or that's not Sammy's brand, is it?
Yep.
Oh man.
Sammy
that's
and
top shelf stuff.
and Guy Ferraro, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah, we demolished this. It's obviously mezcal and tequila.
Isn't
What?
mezcal? Oh, go ahead.
It is good, like holy shit, good.
Well, Sammy, I mean, the original Cabo Wabo was good.
Yes, it is. I still drink that too.
Yeah.
So
It's good-
there's the
Good tequila.
yes, very good.
How clear is that?
Oh, it's liquid clear. If there was there might as well be some in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's-
because
it's that clear.
the clearer the tequila, the better it is. People don't know that. Some people don't know that. They think that, oh, dude, I'm drinking Cuervo. Good. It's like drinking motor oil.
Oh, Jose. Ugh.
Yeah, but if you get the Jose Cuervo, the Family Reserve, that shit's awesome. It's $1.25 a bottle, but you'll pay for it. You'll pay for it, but it's good.
This stuff's about, I think, 50
You'll
or 60
pay.
a bottle. 50 or 60 bottle. And we crushed this. We've had a margarita for the past 7 days. And we bought a new bottle today.
A margarita?
The same margarita for 7 days. Big barrel.
And hey, Facebook user, where are you watching from? I'm trying to figure out where you are.
Like
Where?
their bedroom, or what do you mean?
Well, no, because I'm
What state
trying
of
to
mind
figure
are you
out
in?
where you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from right now. Because normally if it just says Facebook user, you have to click the StreamYard link, which is in the description of that video, wherever you're watching, and allow your avatar and name.
Yeah, log on so we know who you are or something like that.
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Or just put your damn name before
We'll just call him FU.
Oh, yeah.
dash tone.
Oh, see that? Good job.
Yep.
Mezcal is usually it comes with the worm. Mezcal was the stuff that came with the worm usually. I know back in the day, one of my roommates went to Tijuana, came back with a bottle of mezcal and it had a couple worms in it. You guys ever had the worm?
No.
Usually you should return it if it comes with worms.
Right? Thrash Metal was saying that too, yeah.
Unless, of course, it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, then worms are the least of your problems.
Hey, Bo, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
I think Bo's birthday was yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Shout out to Bo.
Thank you, Black Salami. Thank you, man.
Dude,
Yep, like salami.
look at this. As I say that, my Instagram feed, as I talk about the stuff, right there.
Yeah, look at that.
Spirit.
Wow, look at that.
As I said it. This doesn't say ad. Well, it's probably because I follow them, but it's right at the top.
No, because it heard you.
It did. Yep.
Yeah,
It heard
the,
you.
the
That's-
algorithm kicked in. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. How about this? Big butts. Let's see if big butts pops up on my Instagram feed.
Do I have to stand up and turn around now? Is that my cue?
Let's see if we can trigger each other's. Jay, what's your Instagram called?
Big butts. No, my Instagram is at Jay Gizmachi. Is that what you mean?
Jay
No,
Gizmachi.
7/8. Sorry, J7/8.
7/8. Instagram 7/8.
Yeah.
Let's see if I open it and if it's on there. That'd be cool.
I think I've made one post on my Instagram. I've had my Instagram for years. I think I've made one post. I do I use the Mark and Neanderthal one. I don't do like private marketing as long as I'm part of a show or working for a radio station.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't do any personal marketing in that way. But
Well,
when I'm
you're a
when I'm
talentless
unemployed,
radio guy, so
yeah, I am a talentless radio guy. So when I am unemployed, that's when I'll start posting on my own Instagram.
Instagram is great, man. I've been on there since like 2011 or something.
Or something.
Yeah,
DIG.
long time.
Something.
Something dark side. Something complete.
Dark side. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. His favorite.
The Beaver Brown Band.
The Dark Side.
I'm friends with that guy on Facebook, man.
John Cafferty?
No, the actor, Michael, the actor in Eddie and the Cruisers.
Oh,
the
no
guy,
kidding.
the guy that played Eddie. Yeah, Michael, Jean Biel. I can't pronounce his name.
Cruisers? Do I have to look it up? Somebody in the chat will look it up. Who played? Who was an actor? Michael.
There. Thank you.
Michael Parr. Bear.
Alan. Thank you. Michael Pere. Yeah, a friend of mine that makes films hired him, so he's in a bunch of his movies.
Seymour Butts. Seymour Butts.
And I do music for some of the movies.
Rory B. Bell.
Even though I'm not a real musician, I do guitar for DVDs that have Eddie and the Cruisers in the DVDs. Even though I'm not a real musician.
My friend our friend, Dame Zimmerman, his band is going to have Whiskey Dogs, is going to have music used in the Mayans television show. So he's also a failed musician.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very
another
nice.
guy, another person who's obviously failing miserably in music. So yeah, good for him.
Speaking of names, Hip Metalwork says Jacques Strap. Now, I gotta say this: the first demo that Gizmachi ever recorded was 1996. It was way different music. It wasn't heavy, had heavy parts to it. But different, the only two members that are still the same are me and the bass player, Chris. Anyway, we recorded a 4-song demo with this dude. His name was Jacques. And his last name, whatever. Anyway, he was a weird guy. Like, I know we were all eating Wendy's and I ripped a big fart.
Weird guy.
and he was like, "Oh, I don't even want to, I'm not even going to finish my food now." Like he's one of those guys, like you do something nasty in front of him, he flips out, right? Yeah. So anyway, we're recording, and all of a sudden I say to him, "Hey, what do you guys think about calling the album Jacques Strap?" And he lost his mind.
Like angry?
Yes.
Was he producing you guys or just
no? Just recording us. And again, I was 17 years old. 16 or 17 years old, and he lost it. You don't know how it was growing up with the name Jacques. I'm like.
Oh boy.
Oh, so the second I saw that Jacques Strap, instantly reminded me of that.
Well, we all know
the
worst name in music history has got to be former guitar player for Rough Cut and Orgy, Amir Darak. Your name is I'm Here to Rock.
That's awesome. What are you talking about, Ben?
Yes, awesome my ass.
That's awesome.
Your name is I'm Here to Rock.
Is that a stage name or is that his given name?
No, it's a stage name.
I would think
Amir,
so.
AMIRDERAKH. Amir Darak. So he made it try to sound like it's some sort of a Middle Eastern or exotic name. But no, your name is I'm Here to Rock. Jerk off.
Facebook user. Okay, that's Sam O'Connor. I see you guys. You guys are in the Van Halen 1974 to 2020 Facebook group. I see you guys now. Yeah, that's Sam saying that.
Do you know Vince? Send him our way.
Why don't you call Vince?
Call Vince.
Vince Neil. If you think, I know that I say that the Van Halen was the first concert I ever went to, but the Vince Neil band on that summer of '93, that great album, Exposed.
Stevens was on that.
That was the first band I ever saw play live.
Steve Stevens was on that.
Oh, he was great, man.
Steve Stevens.
I invited Steve Stevens onto the show one time, and he agreed.
Cool.
He agreed to come on. This was like a year ago. He agreed to come on, But the night he wanted to come on, we already had somebody. And we had been working to get this other person on. And I didn't want to bump them.
Who was bigger than Steve Stevens?
And well, I'm not going to say who it was, but
Sorry,
anyway,
bump you, Steve.
Anyway, so he's like, okay, I'll come on this day, and then I'm like, oh, we can't do it, and then he vanished.
Damn.
We can message him again though.
The kick in the nuts though. You're Steve Stevens, and you got bumped from the Johnny Beane YouTube channel. I mean, be honest with you.
All right, we can't fit you in, Steve. Not this week.
It's a little. Sorry, Steve. Had to bump you. Somebody. It better have been somebody much. It couldn't have been for Amir Darak. I would know that.
No, it was. I won't name who it was, but no,
Why? Who gives a shit? The show happened. It's not like you're bad mouthing somebody. Who was the guest?
I can't remember their name.
You're lying. You lying.
No, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
Jay, it was the night we had the guy. He makes drums.
Oh,
Remember, he was a drum maker. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
see, Jay remembers. Who is it?
But we can't remember.
No, I don't remember either. I think I saw that one.
I forget his name.
Yeah. Yeah, but we had been working to get him on, like, with my friend at Michael, and then that was the night that who did I say, John Beal?
That guy?
Steve Stevens said he could come on, and I'm like, oh, we can't do that night. And then
Craig Vineham in the chat from Vineham Pickups. Hello, Craig. And you're right. Man. Steve Stevens is royalty. Steve Stevens is a super underrated guitar player. In fact, I just picked up the last Billy Idol record, as Dane Zimmerman shows up in the chat. I just picked up the last Billy Idol record called Kings and Queens of the Underground from 2014. And there's just a chemistry there. When Steve Stevens and Billy Idol are together, it's great. I mean, they work really well. Billy Idol, his whole catalog, if you go start to finish, super underrated. That guy's a talented dude.
Did Steve Stevens, how did he play with him throughout the whole?
No, he left right around Cyberpunk. He left during Cyberpunk, and I forget what. I think Charmed Life. He may not be on. I'm not sure, but I know he wasn't with him for a couple of records. And then they got back together. And just we talk about chemistry. Steve Stevens and Billy Idol work. That works. That partnership works.
I worked Billy Idol in either 02 or 03, and I think Steve Stevens was with him.
Yeah, they got back together early 2000s. They did a record called Devil's Playground that was really good. But again, super underrated guy. The Atomic Playboys record was cool. The lead vocalist was a guy named Paramore McCarty, who was a singer for the band Warrior. And again, another underrated record. Those bands that sort of, fly under the radar.
Mm-hmm. And Edwin, I mean, we could get Steve Stevens on again. I mean, I have his email.
It's just a phone call away.
I mean,
Steve
we just have to email
for
him.
Top Gun. The one.
Yeah.
Top Gun.
Yep.
And
the title track.
When Napster was happening.
Yep, I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Everybody, the Top Gun theme, and it said by Eddie Van Halen.
Oh,
and that's why all the kids now think that's Eddie, because they downloaded that thinking it was Van Halen because that's what it said on Napster.
And he did the solo on the record for Dirty Diana, but Jennifer Batten is in the video, and Jennifer Batten, another super guitar player that most people wouldn't know if they didn't know guitars.
I met her when I was a kid, but I invited her to come on the show.
Nobody wants to come on this show, Johnny. Take the hint.
And she said, she's like, well, contact me in a few months, and this was like a year ago, okay? And I contacted her.
It's been a few months.
No. I contacted her, and she's like, I'm just gonna take a break from the internet shows. Because she was on an internet show, and I think that the guy that was interviewing her kind of pissed her off. So she started doing her own shows. So now she does her own thing, and I don't think she wants to do like other people's shows now.
She's a super talented guitar player.
Good night, Sandra.
Somebody that doesn't get.
Good night, Sandra.
Good night, Sandra. She doesn't get any credit for being a pioneering female guitar player in hard rock, because she was one of the first.
Mm-hmm. She was doing all that stuff like right when Eddie, right when Van Halen happened. Yep. She was doing that stuff like at Musicians Institute or something.
She's the female Steve Vai. She's that good.
Jay just got excited.
Get her on.
I know who Jennifer Batten is. Bigger hair than Steve Stevens back in that Dirty Diana video, man.
Yeah, yeah. She looked like Jim Gillette. Jim Gillette hair.
Jim Gillette, the friggin'
terrible.
I can't do it. I'll end up waking Ellie up.
Yeah. Long way from home.
He's totally got the Levi's packed.
Yeah.
You know?
And Jim Gillette, scumbag, beat the shit out of Lita Ford. So.
Well, I didn't know any of that stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Steroids are a bitch.
There's somebody that I messaged probably about 2 years ago. And the thing I hate the most is, you know, this person's a pretty big he's pretty big on YouTube. Everybody knows who he is. If I said his name right now, I'd be like, oh, okay, everybody knows this guy. So I messaged him on Facebook. We have some mutual friends. You know, it's not like I'm just some Joe Schmo. Well, I am a Joe Schmo. But you know what I mean? Like you see, okay, who's this person? Okay, we have like 6, 7 mutual friends. He must, you know, he's a real person. Asked him to come on the show. And the thing I hate the most is when somebody reads the message, it shows that they saw it and they didn't respond to it.
Oh.
You know, I was very polite, you know, blah, blah, blah. And this person saw it and moved on. Didn't even feel the need to write, I appreciate the offer, but I respectfully decline. That's all. No thanks. Okay,
You know
cool.
who did that to me?
Who?
Rudy Sarzo.
Oh, really?
He saw the message. Yeah. Yeah. And hey, Dennis Travis, dude. Dennis Travis is watching us from the Van Halen group. He grew up with the Van Halens. He was actually in a band with the Van Halens called Trojan Rubber Company.
I heard of that.
Dennis Travis. Good to see you, man.
He's in that one of that famous photo, right, with the brothers in that.
With the Hendrix poster in the back or whatever. He's the guy holding the guitar.
Maybe I'm thinking the Broken Combs.
Do you have that?
Oh,
that
that was
picture?
Dave. I don't remember. Yeah, let me
Dave who?
see.
Dave who? He's explaining to somebody where Santa Cruz is because they're asking where Santa Cruz is. Yeah, John.
dreams and stuff, dude. No, that's not who I'm talking. No, that's not him.
Let's see if I can.
No, someone's decided she doesn't approve of the show anymore.
No, she wants that friggin' popcorn.
He wants the popcorn.
Well, that's what I meant. He wants. I can't tell from here.
No, she's behind him. She's trying to grab the she's mad because he has the ball that she wants.
Trying to grab the sock.
There is no sock. Only Zool.
Ned,
4 feet above the covers.
What?
What's this?
Ellie, would you?
What band would that have been?
that would be Mammoth.
73?
That'd be Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Yeah.
Not to be
Look-
confused with Mammoth.
Look in the early 70s. Dennis, what year were you playing with Van Halen?
If Paul had a solo band, the crusty sock,
I don't know where the crusty sock comes from.
this stiff
I'm not-
sock. This stiff
I'm
sock.
not a sock guy.
No, I
let it
know.
fly.
We know that.
I let it
But
fly.
it's-
I let it fly, and then I'm a right thigh guy.
It's
Oh. Information, man. That is-
69.
don't need to know that.
Wait,
I'm just using something. I'm giving something that works. I just want to make people laugh. I don't give a shit.
yeah, Dennis says that picture, that was Mammoth. That was Mammoth, and Dennis,
How about
he was in the band with the Van Halens in 1969.
Jim Pusey of Mammoth playing keyboards. Jim Pusey.
Get in here.
That's what it says anyway. Bass, Mark Stone in the background, and Jim Pusey on keyboards. Don't know. He didn't know he
Wow.
was
Pusey.
He does look like Manzarek in that picture.
right. There's Dave singing with Mammoth. I'll see if I can. I know the picture we're talking about, but
Talking about.
boot.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Bo, we've heard it. We actually, I think I provided it for the guys at one point when it leaked out. doing
At this point, it's all.
Man,
was
now I want
got-
popcorn. Son of a gun.
Got Love
Christine.
for Sale. Yeah,
Got
and
Love for
Christine 16.
Sale.
Yeah.
And then Christine 16.
But it was Got Love for Sale was called Have Love Will Travel at the time.
Oh, it's Michael Anthony. Somewhere.
Al faces Jim Pusey is playing Jump. He wrote it. Do you imagine? You know that's happened. Somebody has written a piece of music that somebody else overheard or got a hold of, or in a previous band.
Yeah, Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page stole half a dozen songs.
Hey now.
Oh my God.
Hey now.
Speaking of musical thievery,
That's kidding.
Welcome, Caleb.
What's up, everybody?
Hey now.
Hey, man.
welcome the latest musical failure to the program.
What happened?
We're all failures according to the trolls tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Do we
Yeah.
have trolls?
We did earlier. I don't know if they're gone.
If you scroll
they
up
were in-
far enough,
They were in the chat?
yeah,
early.
like an hour ago. It was he's using the name Neil, the guy from Young Ones.
New.
Scroll all the way to the very beginning of the
Heavy.
chat, and if you see it, yeah, that's the dude.
Heavy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Peace.
I was on the phone with my dad talking football. We were going through the last 20 years in the NFL draft of quarterbacks taken. And it was like, oh my God, this is like worse than a crapshoot.
Yeah, less than 50% of them turn out to be good.
Dude, it was like 10%. It really
Yeah.
was. Some of the guys I never even remember their names. Other guys like, oh yeah, the career backup. There we
there's
go.
one.
There we
Yeah,
go. There's
wow.
another. There's one of the trolls.
One Pump Chump. Great name, dude.
It's awesome.
Great name for a microphallus loser.
It's all good.
Yeah,
This
there's Dennis right there next to Eddie with the guitar.
Nice.
That's Dennis. He's watching us tonight. He's in the Van Halen group, 74-20.
That's
Trojan-
great.
Trojan
Dennis
Rock.
Travis, everybody.
There's the Hendrix
him.
poster. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Thanks for sharing, Alan.
Van Halen.
What are you eating there, Caleb?
I have one left of my malt balls.
Oh, one. Oh no.
I may have to go break mine out. I haven't eaten those yet.
I don't have any.
All the more reason why I have to go break them out now at some point, just to tease Jay's munchies.
Man.
All
I
right,
still want to
so
I still got to
mom-
message Alan and ask him
people can talk about people's moms and stay in the group. What's going on, Johnny?
Oh,
I got to
Handle
ask
that.
Alan how much
Handle
to
that.
transcribe a song. Can I ask him a
Gone.
question?
yeah. Wait a minute. Still.
Talk
There it
about
goes.
moms, man. I just got
Come on.
done shaving your mom's back, One Pump Chump.
Come on.
Okay.
You might not recognize her.
That security took care of that.
Chat security's on it. You know what? I'm just going to sit back and watch the magic.
Okay. Just ignore those dudes.
Okay, I'm fine.
Ignore them.
I think it's more
Yeah.
exciting when keep it going.
Well,
Yeah,
they can
okay.
say what they want,
Keep
but
it
we
going,
can't.
but talk about Jay, okay?
Yeah, talk about me.
If you want to talk about someone with no talent, you can talk about me. Or the other guy right there, talentless radio guy.
Yeah, I mean, I admit it. It's in my name.
Nice.
Yeah, Caleb's here. Of course it got better. How's everybody's
good.
week?
Good.
Beautiful.
I assume you've been talking
good.
about Wolfgang's songs.
Not yet.
We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah,
news.
well, we have to continue because we're not on that show, Jay.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And we got Michael.
Hey,
The captain, everybody. It's the captain.
The captain.
Whoa. Whoa. It just got It just got bumpy in here.
Full house.
The waves are really really stirred up since the captain got in here, folks.
So I was watching just a few minutes before I popped on. Who do I gotta fuck up?
No.
That's
Somebody
what we
has
don't
called
want
in
to
the-
say, Captain.
Somebody
That's
has
what we don't wanna
called in the heavy security.
Uh,
We have an armed, mentally unstable
What's going
man.
on, everybody? Hello. Hello, everybody in the chat, and hello, everybody. Well, you guys, man, how you doing?
Captain, what did you do
Good.
in the Suez Canal? What the hell, man?
Oh shit!
That was your fault, Michael?
Yeah, if anything major in the world gets fucked up, you probably can somehow direct it
Indirectly.
to me. Yeah.
That train locomotive you were working on had drastic effect on the Suez
Yeah,
Canal.
they wouldn't listen. I told them what to do, and they wouldn't listen. So now you got shit all fucked up.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
The transportation master here, Michael Smith.
Obviously not, since I have the entire like what is it? I think it's like 25% of the world's commerce blocked up.
Yeah, it's bad. It's been backed up for a little long.
Yeah.
Oh, the picture, the GPS of all the ships waiting is
There's
ridiculous.
300 ships
Ridiculous.
backed up. And some of them come from like the other side of the planet. So it's not like they can go, all right, turn it around. They have to sit there and wait to get through it.
And
Or
all those
go
people,
around,
like
yeah.
need to eat and shit. Like it's getting gnarly.
They're saying that there's on some of those ships, there's livestock on them and they've run out of feed.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
no!
So it's going to get ugly.
My father, I worked for the railroad industry. Obviously, my father worked for them for 36 years, and they had a pig train that would come into the South Bronx, literally pig
South
train.
Bronx, South Bronx.
Yeah, South
pig
Bronx,
train's coming in.
South Bronx.
Make room for the pig train.
And what would happen?
Pig train,
every now and then-
pig train. I had to be
every
that
now
guy.
and then, if the trains get like
Going
fucked
off
up or
the
backed up,
rails.
they get stuck, like especially in the summertime. They get stuck and they can't move. They can't feed the poor things,
Mhm.
and then it roll in, and it was not good.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
You
It's
know?
funny thing about it is you look at those canals now. I bet you there's some engineering company now that's going, you know what we're gonna do? Rails, just like bumper rails, like on bowling, so that there's no way that
Wait,
those
I
things.
I heard rails. What?
That's like the Panama Canal. Has
That's
rails.
LA.
Panama
That's the
Canal
LA in
has-
you, Caleb.
has rails.
Yeah. Totally.
I think they should just build a railroad across the ocean and move it that way. That's my opinion.
All right, dog decides I have to go out. I heard the yell. I'll be right back.
So speaking of Napster,
What we were talking about?
my cousin Mike, who's watching this, he works for, I don't want to say the company on here, but he works for a company, like a technology company, I guess you could call it. So he said right before Napster got shut down in 2001, Gateway Computers was going to offer an MP3 download to CD service to its customer base. They were going to use one of our vendors' CD duplication machines. And they pulled the plug on the project, and I think this is a typo, but a Gateway engineer gave our vendor's engineer the music library they were going to use. It's 10 gigabytes. Yeah, I'll take a copy of that. Those are probably all,
It's all pop music, probably.
well, no, it's the quality. I know.
Wait.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That means
Wait for my.
Johnny
Wait, what's the
decided-
fart do? What does the fart do? Does it cut off?
No.
So if it was 10 gigabytes, what year was that? Back in the early 2000s?
2001.
2001, yeah.
I mean, a song was probably 1 megabyte back then off of Napster, right? Or something like that. A couple megabytes.
I had an MP3 player called Rio.
Diamond Rio.
Rio. The thing fit 3 songs.
No, really?
Yeah.
How big?
So-
What was the hard drive?
I
Well,
really had to
like-
choose my songs for traveling with that thing.
See, 3 fucking songs.
Well,
Holy moly!
Was it like
It-
50 megabytes or something like that, or less than that? Probably a few megabytes.
I don't know. Actually, what I was probably doing, now that I think about it, maybe I was uploading waves to it.
Oh,
If
you
that was
butthead.
possible. That might have been, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that thing was
Yeah, that's
terrible.
bigger files, right?
Where'd that message go?
Yeah.
Where the
Well,
hell is it? There
So
it
I
is.
think wasn't Napster MP3s mostly, or you could get any format, like all the formats on Napster back then. I didn't really use it that much. I did a couple of songs, but
Uh-huh.
yeah. No, I never used it. I don't use that stuff. No, I don't steal music.
Lenny Lou. You had the Rio 2 and it held about 20 songs. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Wow, 20 songs.
I don't think mine held that many. I remember I couldn't even get the whole Foo Fighters album on it.
Those were just like
Lucky
flash
you.
drive, early flash drives, weren't they?
That's what I well, sorry, John.
What,
Yeah,
what year was that, John?
Who?
You. What year was that when you had that? How long ago?
late 90s, I would think, right?
It was
Yeah.
it was
Oh.
2000.
Really? 2000?
Two in
I
the
think
year
the Diamond Rio player. I don't know
2000.
which version, but
There's
Oh.
Mike Neese with his kernels.
John,
Right,
yeah, Google it.
Nice.
Jesus. he's gonna bypass his mouth and just shove it into his neck. It's so good. I gotta have some more. I'm gonna have him send out some more, Johnny, on maybe Monday.
Monday?
Yeah. And by the way, who's texting me? Somebody's texting asking if anyone is selling any EVH guitars.
I'm getting
Um,
one.
You're getting one?
It's
that the
it's-
Rio?
It's being shipped. I got my tracking number
Sweet.
for the
Awesome.
5150 Stealth that
Oh,
I was
wow.
promised in May.
Whoa.
So it's
John, no, that wasn't the one that I had.
it says the original was 32 megabytes. So yeah, they were small, very very small.
I got my new sweatshirt in.
Nice.
Yeah,
Ever.
Nice, man.
Oh, yeah.
that's
There you go.
badass.
You know what's weird? Look at the headstock. The Kramer logo is like photoshopped out on that shirt. But
Oh,
if
it
you
is?
look but if you look at the jersey one I was wearing yesterday, it says Kramer on it.
You know what they did also with that picture? They added the rest of Eddie's right foot because
we're really
in the
getting into detail
in
here.
the slide of the shot, it's always been cut off.
Really?
Yes, I'll show you.
Again, next level nerd shit.
Mhm.
Next level.
You need that foot. Oh, there you go.
See,
Yeah. Nice, man.
this is cut off, so they added it for the t-shirts.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's the original, right? And then you got this. That's badass. They threw it in.
Yep.
You know what? That's bullshit. I'm pulling the kind of critique that everybody did with a different kind of truth. That's bullshit. It's an old picture and they changed it and they just tried to make it look new. It's bullshit.
They're just using the same shit over and
just using
over
the same
again.
shit
That's
over and
like
over
the whole
again.
Old shit.
That picture's like 40 years old and they're taking pictures and just putting stuff in there to make it seem like it's new. So,
Everyone's showing pictures now.
There's a question.
What, a question?
Do we answer those?
Look at
Yes.
that.
Only if we like them.
To know,
Only if you like them.
what are you using to soundproof your room? I'm not
It's not
really
soundproofing.
soundproofing my room. No.
Yeah, you can tell because you can hear the ring with your microphone.
Yeah. It's pretty much for aesthetics. But
Well, no, what that does is that reduces like the slap back effect in your room. Like,
It definitely had like an echo in here, and
Yeah.
when I put the rug down, it really helped too. But
Yeah.
I got these
Basically,
things
like
on
Caleb is
Amazon.
saying, basically Caleb's saying he doesn't give a fuck about his neighbors. He's not going to soundproof anything.
Well, actually,
They are going to hear Van Halen.
my night.
The hell's that
Uh-oh.
noise?
They heard.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right. I gotta
Neighbors
go
complaining.
for a bit. I'll be back in a while, okay?
Oh shit.
Sounds
shit.
like sounds like there's
Urgent
a Steam
matter.
release or something to happen
No,
there.
it's okay.
All right,
The
good.
neighbors.
Austin's asking, when did Eddie start doing his famous jump? Very good.
Oh, that's a question for Caleb, and he just left.
Well, we can discuss it before he comes back, but because there had to be he didn't do it back in 78 in the earliest days.
John Biel, would that be in the encyclopedia?
I'm going to tell Caleb.
Somebody tell
You'd have to
Caleb
look
to
through
mute his mic.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can you mute it, Johnny? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did it.
All right.
I don't think it would be something there would be a record of, like he did his first jump on this night, but
I don't know.
No, I think
Looking
Caleb,
at this crew, somebody knows it.
Caleb knows the date. Of
Caleb will
that
know
maybe,
it,
yeah. Caleb was at
and
that
the
show.
time and the song.
Yeah.
He knows the. Oh wait, we just got a text. 1980. Somebody is saying.
That's what I would. That's a good bet.
Yeah, they
Is that
get
Fruitcake? That's probably Tony saying that.
they're getting bigger, right? The bigger stages, so he can jump like that. Yep.
As Eddie jumps,
Yeah.
something like that. Oh, it said Crazy Cook says it's in Noel's book.
I just happen to have it there. No, now don't you?
Noel Monk's book. Does it talk about Eddie jumps? What page is it in Noel's book?
Eddie
Crazy
jumps.
Cook. Eddie jumped for the first time.
Eddie jumps.
Let's see. Which chapter might that be in? Is it in
I'm gonna Google it just see if it pops up.
The Road Life? Well, because Monk didn't.
When did
join-
Eddie
join
Van
the- join the
Halen
crew till
first jump?
78, so.
I got to get a snack. Son of
Oh, we're
I gotta
bored.
get something to drink.
All right, we're just
a-
gonna.
We're going to have
This is the research hour right here.
when you guys do that, I'll be downstairs.
M&Ms and guacamole. I don't know. Did he say what page it might have been on?
Yeah,
Silence.
Google told me to go fuck myself.
That's not nice.
Bastards.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't spend a long time looking through this because
You probably shouldn't, because it'll be just quiet. You'll
we
just start.
probably should keep the show moving. But
Well, the show's just
it
grown.
was around 1980. Anyway, hey, the manager shouted, "What are you doing? It's an old
Oh,
sound
boy.
system. You're going to blow it up." Ah, who the hell cares? I said. We're a rock and roll band, and this is a rock and roll event. A reading from the Book of Monk. That's about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a good question, and Caleb will probably put some light on that.
Yeah, he'll take the second he comes back, he's gonna be like, "You guys were idiots. This is when it happened."
Well,
By the way, those of you that are watching in the Van Halen group, 1974 to 2020, please keep leaving comments because I'm trying to get these videos seen within this group. And the more comments the videos get, the more likes. We're up to 55 comments in there. That's great. Please keep leaving comments. If you have questions, we'll answer them. But I mean, for a group that has 37,000 members and a live video with only 7 people watching, I mean that's
shame.
Facebook. That's Facebook. So the more what do you call
So-
it, John Biel? The more comments, interaction, engagement in the video. So, but thank you to those of you that are watching. I mean, that's
Yeah, but for all you guys on YouTube, suck it. Apparently, he's moving on to the next platform. He's just decided. Johnny's like, look, I've been on this thing for 10 years, and I haven't even cracked 8,000 people. So screw you, you unloyal, disloyal sons of bitches. I'm going. Screw
Well,
you guys. I'm doing this.
cracking skulls now.
Well, I didn't say any of that.
No.
But
No, but you did text it to me. I can show people. Any Mitch Malloy fans in here? No.
I thought you knew him. Don't you know him?
I don't know Mitch. I do know that Mitch is singing for Great White right now, and it's good for Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Good for Mitch. Good for Mitch.
Yeah, good for Mitch.
Yeah,
We
yes.
love you, Mitch.
Yeah. When live shows start up again.
Oh, well, live shows have started up here in Phoenix.
He played
bars
one
are
last
packed.
night in Florida.
Yeah, the bars are packed here tonight.
Really?
Yes, people are out. I was out 3 weeks ago. Stopped into a barbecue joint in the West Valley here in the Phoenix area, and the local blues rock guitar player Carvin Jones was playing, and the whole place was packed, and nobody had masks on, and that's already been happening. So it's a thing now, and everybody seems to believe that we're going to be able to go and do our thing. And I'm not going to get into the debate. I don't care about it, but just know that bars are full now. I mean, people couldn't wait for live music, and there are local bands right now playing all over the Phoenix, and the bars are packed, and everybody's out, and they're posting pictures on social media.
Wow. All right. Well,
And that's enough of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about the politics of it. I'm just saying,
No,
if you're wondering if it's happening, yes, people are getting out and they're in the bars and they're socializing, and bands are playing, and God love them for it. Look, we want bands to be able to make all their money. We want all the bars to be able to stay open. Do your thing. You're cool.
Sure.
yeah, because I mean,
Just
you
be
want to
safe.
talk about one industry that's been decimated by this.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yep. Just people are doing their thing, and that's fine. Yeah, bars in Scottsdale. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, and people are out doing their thing. So,
Gotta make a living, man.
Sandpaper Jay.
there you go.
The cookie dough bites. Jeannie likes these, so she's gonna be pissed when there's none there tomorrow.
For breakfast.
Now I'm going to the fridge.
I'm gonna eat every single one of these some bitches.
Man.
Oh my God, that looks so freaking good.
What?
Cookie
Paul's chair?
No.
Isn't raw cookie dough bad for you?
Ah. Cookie dough.
Oh, there it
Cookie
is.
dough.
Wow.
I think I had some of those, maybe.
Browns fan says, Jay's in the danger zone. Man. Son of a gun.
Oh,
How's that Starbucks water, Johnny?
that's not Starbucks water.
So, John BL, did you order your next kernels?
No, not yet.
No?
I got some expenses this week I got to take care of, and then maybe next week.
What could be more important than
I got to get my car inspected, and I got to get a few things tuned up. So after I take
Inspected
care
for
of
what?
that, that it runs okay.
Just
and
don't
put it on
open
the
the
road.
trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, don't open the trunk. You'll be you're going to inspection. It'll be like Goodfellas. The beginning when you hear the thump, boom, 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 on the back of the.
No, I have a hatchback, so you can see everything.
They don't do inspections down here.
I've also got some of this.
They let people live.
John B.O. Dennis Travis over in the Van Halen group says he found the keyboard player's name for Mammoth. Says it was Jim Pusey.
Yeah, we'd already talked about that.
Yeah.
Where were you?
Okay. I'm just reading it. That's what
We said his name like
It's in the
15
credits,
times.
and it's in the bottom of the photo.
We said his name so many times we started mocking his name.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Pusey.
Gary
That
Busey?
kid's got a nice Pusey.
Oh my gosh!
Show me your Pusey.
Oh,
Grab her right in the Pusey.
I was waiting for something like that.
Mr.
Hey.
Pusey.
You guys smell that? Smells like dirty Pusey.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Thank you, Mark Graves.
Jim
He wrote
Pusey.
Jump, remember? We all went back to that whole discussion about how he wrote Jump. Where the fuck were you, Johnny?
Yeah. Well,
What the fuck is going on with you?
I'm just reading comments.
Yeah, but you
The
read it.
viewers
Right.
might be a few minutes
But we-
behind, but Johnny should be up to
Johnny,
date.
you even laughed when somebody typed in Jim Puby. You fucking giggled about it like a little kid.
KXM Rocks wrote on, I had for dinner.
I had dinner for dinner.
I'm thinking he's talking about the tuna taco.
Oh.
What? The fur burger?
The vagine.
What did I eat for dinner? I had a roast beef sandwich.
What? What did I say wrong?
Nothing.
Yes.
Oh,
No,
these are
Renus
good.
Pinko, I don't humidify any of my guitars. My house is relatively humid, which is good. I keep my windows closed for the most part and the air conditioning on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This
So I
is the time of the show where we all eat and munch on something, I guess.
We'll go get
Yeah,
some.
but we are actually talking guitars technically.
we're talking about It's good.
Who doesn't want
It's
to
all
munch
good.
on some Pusey?
I'm too full to eat.
I'm eating some caramel Pusey nuggets.
I'm just jealous I don't have any kernels
Music.
to eat. I can make some stovetop popcorn. I have the OG seeds there. How do you, isn't that what the popcorn is? The
You
seeds?
can't eat somebody
Jiffy Pop.
else's popcorn on this show. Are you nuts?
No, I know.
Oh,
You
boy,
out of your-
yeah.
you
Jiffy
out of your
Pop-
goddamn mind?
No, you can't. Jiffy Pop, really?
If you're gonna
Not
eat
Jiffy
somebody
Pop.
else's popcorn, you got to put it in a Colonel's bag so nobody knows it.
But popcorn on the stove is great, like old school pop. The way Mom used to make it on the stove with the
No.
not Jiffy Pop, but the old what is it?
No, stop it.
Orville
right,
Redenbacher.
What do you do? Microwave popcorn?
I buy from Colonel's.
Well, that's
You
the
can buy an
top tier.
actual. You can buy a popcorn
Hello.
machine.
Then you got like stovetop, then you got microwave, then you got just corn on the cob.
This shit is fucking ridiculous. Now,
Oh,
This
boy,
is-
I had a question. Johnny, what
this
was
is
it?
still that same bag, by the way. I just don't eat enough sweets for me to eat 12 pounds of fucking Colonel's popcorn in 1 week.
You sure?
I can't. I just don't. I don't eat that much junk food. So,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, I'm still eating it. I don't care. And if it goes stale, I'll still fucking eat it. 'cause
Paul, it's called control. You have control. I don't
Maybe.
think some of these other guys, it's tough, you know.
Yeah.
Not that I mean, I'm not naming names.
Full of
but
addicts.
What do
The
you mean
show's
some
full
of these
addicts.
other guys? What are you talking about?
Donuts. You got the donuts.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
Powdered
Talking
donuts.
about.
That's a big bag of donuts.
Powdered donuts are the shit right there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anything hostess. Oh.
Hell yeah. All right, Captain. Tell you what. Shut up. Shut up, Beane. At least I'm not deep throating the mic.
Oh my god! What is this, man? What? Oh my gosh!
The show just got good.
That's
What happened to Caleb? Did Caleb update us? What's going on? Is everything okay? I hope everything's all right there, Caleb. At the Caleb, the Rappaport household.
yeah. He vanished. Julia,
That
no
sucks.
worries, Julia. Hope everything's okay.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I can't either. I can't Patreon. Or I don't. Anyway. Oh, wow. Anybody got a good recipe? A couple burritos plus time. I think that'll probably do it.
Somebody's doing 2 words. Tina's burritos.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't really eat them. You rent them.
I never had a problem with that. I like a good burrito, but I never have
It's you know what? It's kind of tough.
issues afterwards.
Burritos are like pizza. It's tough to get a bad one.
Yeah.
Burritos are,
No
are pretty
bullshit.
good no matter
You can
what.
Pizza. You can get bad pizza fucking
Yeah.
a million times over.
the
Yeah,
the
welcome to
pizza
Arizona.
and the pizza and the burritos at Whole Foods are terrible.
You're right. I got
The
you.
burritos. I like Whole Foods burritos. The original. I don't know if they still have the same kind that I had. Like
The ones that
That
the
was
ones they
years
make.
ago.
The ones at the deli that they actually make?
Oh,
Oh, they're awful.
Jesus Rapesme is still looking to have us hawk some more snack food. So
Jesus.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, Jesus Rapesme.
I like how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
Repays me.
Well, that's I'm in Arizona. That's we have to pronounce everything very ethnic.
JRM.
Jesus Rapesme.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's obvious that he hasn't had any of this yet. Because
Clearly.
if he had it, you wouldn't be complaining.
Nope.
You'd be like,
I
you know,
would-
they're right.
By the way, I have to thank once again Charles Green for the order of Colonel's popcorn that I will never finish.
I had high hopes for Colonel's when I ordered it, and my hopes were way over. I mean, my hopes were way under what I got because it was really way better than I expected. That's what
No,
I'm trying to say.
it's ridiculous.
What
You
John
don't
Beane
even
was trying
know.
to
You
say
don't
is
even know.
his expectations were shattered by Colonel's popcorn.
Yes, I mean it was so far better than I expected.
And everybody in chat room, just so you know, everybody watching, we're not on the payroll.
No, that's
No,
the
we
sad
just love
part.
this
The
stuff,
sad
man.
part is they should
No,
pay all of us.
exactly. I mean,
We're
this
on the
is-
popcorn roll.
We joke about the show being sponsored by Colonel's, but we've been paying them. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
we pay them. Yeah, they're not.
But they're very generous.
They
so
they pay us in pounds.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Make no mistake about it. There's a little plugola going on here.
Yeah.
just
No,
order
really, I
one
mean-
bag. Order one
we're-
bag, and
we're
put
gaining
down
weight
his
for
name.
them.
The thing of it is, it's not like they're giving us something that anybody from the chat could order additional. You know what I mean? It's not like they're giving us like 5 bags. What the
No,
deal?
you'll get the
that-
same thing we're getting.
No, exactly. The deal that we get, everybody else gets.
Well, except for me and John, and we have our own deal.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, that's true.
We got to the point where,
Yeah.
well, he's a close friend of mine, and I was
Them,
still-
not me.
I was still him, not yeah. I was still
Let's get
paying
this
for it.
straight. Jay gets all the snack food. Johnny gets all the fucking money.
And we don't rate.
This
So-
show is a fucking scam.
And we do all the work.
How do we think about it? It's 2 against 3. Let's pile up in these motherfuckers.
Johnny doesn't even
What
say
are
a
you
thing.
doing?
They just keep me in popcorn. I'm good. Just keep your hands and feet away from his mouth. Feed him some popcorn. He'll be fine.
Okay, I agree. I can't. I don't care. I just want the popcorn. Go
Well,
on.
that's how Johnny could pay us. He could just pay us in popcorn. Just put an order out every month for each of us.
That's a good point. That's a
Something,
great
something to think about. I don't know.
Johnny, Jay,
He gets popcorn
Get
for
together.
free, so
get together and work it.
it's a pyramid scheme.
I'd do a much better job if you paid me in popcorn.
It's a popcorn mid scheme.
Ah,
Oh, so you're not doing your best, John BL?
As far as you know,
If that's your best
it's gonna
won't do.
it's gonna take some more popcorn for me to do better than this.
I'm gonna need a bigger bag.
Mike Rogers, definitely a scheme.
Miles Taylor's right. We should unionize.
That's right.
No, we love you, Johnny. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all that you do, Johnny.
Norma
Oh,
Ray.
Yeah, I mean, I've told you guys, you can promote whatever you want on here. I mean, put in,
within reason.
As long as
You
it's
have a-
appropriate.
If you're
yeah, as long as you're not, out walking the streets.
Ah, fuck. All right.
That excludes my
rocking the boat.
There I go.
I was told there'd be porn.
Yeah, I thought it had a good thing going, but thanks, Johnny. Dash,
Rico B has a question for you, Paul.
dash a man's dreams.
Who has a question?
Rico Beast asks, thinking about going to the Steel Panther show in Tempe. They have pods. Have you seen how that works?
Yeah, I wouldn't. There's 2 reasons why I wouldn't go to that show. First of all, it's Steel Panther.
I knew you'd ask that.
And secondly, the whole pod thing is goofy. They basically have everybody like it looks like one of those, like the boy in the plastic bubble.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah, it's very, very weird looking. Whatever. I mean, if that's your thing, go have at it. if you're thinking of going to the show, go to the show, have the experience. I wouldn't tell you what to do.
It'd probably be an interesting experience. It's only going to be a once in a lifetime experience.
So like what? You're inside like a freaking bubble?
Yeah, they have like everything is like zip, like those, like what do they call it? The hyperbaric chambers.
I got it here.
Oh, you have the picture? Yeah, so weird. It's very weird.
The pod people.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
It's one way around the problem,
They were doing this first. They've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. When they first started saying bars could open at 25% capacity, the guy that runs the Marquee Theater is a guy named Tom LaPena, and he will do anything for $1.
Anything?
Pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Are you shitting me?
Pretty crazy.
No way.
Gonna get hot in Tempe.
No. Hold on. So what? Now actually, I'd rather do that because you could actually roll over. You could actually slam. You could roll over everybody.
Is he really standing up in that bubble like with people? It looks fake. It looks photoshopped with him standing there like that.
Because if that's real, you could do a mosh pit and not get hurt.
I used to, when I was in Kansas City, we would do a birthday party for the morning guy on the show, and they would put him in one of those things, and he would just jump off the stage, and the crowd would pass him around on the crowd for a while. So yes, that does happen.
Wow.
I'd do it.
That sounds like fun. We should do that on here.
Yes, makes sense.
Why?
Why not?
Because we're socially distant by thousands of miles. So
what we need to do once every.
Oh my gosh!
Look at that.
Once all
the travel restrictions are done, all of us need to meet together, get inside of one of those things, and then do the show while we're bouncing off each other.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Does it?
No. I was gonna say for a band like Steel Panther, who's in that lower mid-level, like they can play clubs to 500, 1,000 people. Those are the bands that are going to be the first out there. You're not going to see stadium bands, anytime in the next couple of months. It's going to be the club bands that are going to start making the return.
We had a chance to this past week talk to Paul Stanley. He's producing or promoting his Soul Station record, which is a band that he does where he does like all these old R&B songs, all the Teddy Pendergrass and all that stuff that he grew up listening to as a kid. And he was adamant that you're more likely to see club shows first, then theater almost like the trajectory of a band. Club shows first, then theater shows, then arena shows, then stadium shows.
By the end of the year, I think they'll be back.
Next summer. Next summer.
Maybe.
Next summer. You're gonna see some club shows, and then we're gonna have a bump. There's gonna be a blip. And just, again, without getting into the politics of it, there's going to be a blip because shit happens. You know what I mean?
There's going to be a bubble.
And we're going to have to slowly but surely work our way back to it. It's like the stock market. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And then eventually, we get to a certain point where we'll be back to the closest thing to normal we can think of.
Man.
Well, that's not normal.
That's one way to do it. How do you hear
weird.
A crowd cheering like that?
That's
like, what does that sound like?
Technically, that is the future. I mean, that looks like it's out of,
What does it sound like in the theater? I mean, is it just because you're not going to hear people like cheering and I don't know.
That's my point. Yeah. How do you hear
There you go,
it?
Johnny. Exactly.
Everything sounds like this.
Yeah.
No earplugs.
It's one way to do it.
Earpods.
Man.
Yeah. What do they got? What do they
Steve
got?
Carmichael.
Like 100-watt speakers inside of those bubbles.
They look like they're having a good time, I guess.
Yeah, I guess,
I mean, that picture is like 25 people. That's about it.
Microphone's muted.
Like
I'm talking. I'm like, these guys are all assholes right now.
Oh, your microphone was muted the whole time?
Yeah, I'm like, what? I was getting pissed. especially at John Biel.
You're screaming, you're all assholes, and nobody's reacting. So you get fucking pissed.
All right. Well, then everybody shut the fuck up. Let Jake talk. He's been waiting a while.
Yeah, you got the floor.
I got the floor, but you guys won't shut up now.
Go ahead.
Remember that
in,
video
Johnny.
from maybe about
Let him talk. No,
10 years ago or so?
Let Jay talk.
Yep. Shut up, shutting up.
The dude in one of those big hamster
funny.
balls rolls down that huge hill and just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and ends up dying. Remember that? All right, cool.
No, you told us not to talk, so we're
Shut up.
It'll be a fun show.
no. It's like Bubble Boy, the Jake Gyllenhaal movie, where he gets hit by the bus.
The Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy. Yeah, those things are. Those
How do you
things
get how do you get a drink in one of those?
you see the little zipper on it? There's a little zipper on them.
Oh,
The little black
you gonna
line
do
that you see.
with
It's a zipper. You zipper. That's how you get in and get out of them.
Now, what do you gotta go to the bathroom? You gotta like roll to the bathroom, or are there pee pods in there?
It'd be a bitch to get into the bathroom, I imagine, because the bathroom doors aren't that wide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the bathroom is full of people in pods.
Yeah, that'd be very difficult.
Yep. And you're inside one of those, and you have some gas going on.
My other question is, how do they sanitize those things after every show? I mean, do you get one of those to keep with every show? Do you get to take it home with you, and then do you get to bring it back?
You roll home.
Ooh.
Yeah, you roll home.
Hey, Jay.
How do they know who's in the band and
Making
who's
sure your
not?
microphone works. It doesn't look like, I mean, it really doesn't look like fun. It looks like you're at a fucking Flaming Lips show.
That is the Flaming Lips.
think of how
Is it
tired
the
your
Flaming
arms would be.
Lips?
Yes.
Of course it is. Perfect.
So was this something they did before all this?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you just want to go? Would you just want to go around with like a knife and just pop all those bubbles? I mean, poof, 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 poof. You gotta pop them all.
Well, their arms got to be getting tired, man, holding that stupid thing up.
Huh?
I
Huh?
guess, yeah. Yeah, the Flaming Lips are a weird fucking band, so that makes complete sense.
I saw them with Candlebox in what year would that have been? 95.
They used to stay at my friend's house in the mid 80s when they were first coming out and doing college radio and shit. I went to Framingham State outside of Boston, and the campus radio station used to play Flaming Lips music. So they would come to Boston and stay at our program director Dave's house. They basically slept in his basement. It was the strangest thing, man. To see them now, who they are after they were just, 5 guys sleeping in his basement that didn't shower.
Who are they?
Was that the Tangerine song?
The Flaming Lips, John.
Was that the Tangerine song?
I've heard.
Probably, yeah. One of the records that they put out, I remember this. It was called "Oh My God, the Flaming Lips," and it was on clear vinyl. So trying to cue up the songs was a big fucking pain in the ass. And one of the songs was called "Ode to Cece," and it was basically Poison's "Talk Dirty to Me" recorded in reverse with backward masking over it. So you turn this, if you stop the record and turned it backwards, you heard Poison's "Talk Dirty to Me," and then over the voiceover was, "Hey mom, you fucked up when you raised me." It was very, very strange band. And now they're kind of like a Widespread Panic jam band. They do a lot of Pink Floyd stuff.
Did it really?
Yeah. Old Pink Floyd though, like the psychedelic shit.
Look, and this is what
Like off the metal album, stuff like that.
and this is what the applause sounds like at that show.
Yeah. They do very well. They've been on they were on Late Night with Conan O'Brien. They've been on a bunch of shows. They've been around for like 30 years.
Oh yeah, I've heard. I remember hearing about them in the '80s, I think, or in the '90s anyway.
Yeah.
Hey Jeff. Caleb was here earlier, and then I don't know.
Yeah. Anybody here? Somebody text him. See what's going on.
I'm reaching out to him right now. Actually,
He ate the last mothball, and then that's when he got in trouble. Right?
Yep.
Mothball? Oh, yeah. The mothball. What are they called? Cookie dough balls, right?
Mouth balls.
Mouth balls.
Mouth.
All right, don't.
Moth.
Mothballs.
Mothballs.
Mothball.
Mothball.
Fa-fa-fooey.
Mothball.
Fa-fa-fo-hi.
Both.
Oh man,
Fa-fa-flunky.
Meh. Both.
my face is getting numb.
My face. What song
Drugs.
is that from? My face is numb. That's Green Day. Isn't that Green Day?
No.
It's not, something numb.
Lord, I can't feel my hands. They're numb.
That's Green Day. My face.
that's Green Day.
That's what's the name of that song? Everybody thinks it's about cocaine, but it's literally about when
Oh,
his kid was
Yeah.
teasing.
yeah.
Brain stew,
Yeah, his kid was
Which is-
teasing, and
which
they
is
used
also
the,
known as 25 or 6 to 4, which is also known as Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. Which is
336.
Yeah, it's all Green Day's Brain Stew is also Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Well,
There's
Really?
like 16 different things. Yeah.
those chords have been used forever, so
Yeah.
give them a break.
It's
There's
a great
only
tune.
what is it? What did Beastie Boys say? Only 12 chords a band. Only 12 chords a band can play.
it's
Here we
only
go.
12
Quoting
notes
music
for the
tonight.
guitar. That's it.
Yep.
12 chords.
12
Only-
notes.
Only 12 notes a band can play. That was the
only 12
was gonna-
chords.
no. There's 12,000 chords, but
You guys kept interrupting Caleb, so he left.
oh, sorry, Caleb. Wah, wah.
Oh,
What? That was bad.
It's funny.
Oh, good. That's what I'm going for.
Man. So where's
how about the new video? How about the new video drop by Wolfgang?
Oh God, yeah. We haven't even talked about that yet. Now that,
You know, let's get into that. I mean, that song is killer.
what's your impressions, Michael? Give us your rundown.
I think that song is killer. The video is hilarious.
Yeah, the
He's
humor is
obviously,
great.
he's obviously, I mean, an uber talented person, musician,
Mhm.
and then he goes ahead and puts out this kind of a video. You know, he's literally, man,
Where's Wolfgang?
he's so down to earth.
Where's Wolfgang?
Yeah, really.
It was
He's so
great.
down
It was
to earth.
great.
Put that kind of a video together. It's funny.
What did he say
Exactly,
at the
Jeff Pay. Yep.
end? Can we fix that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, the wolf, the assistant. Jay and I talked about this last night. He's like rubbing his temples. He's like,
Yeah, we'll fix it.
yeah.
That's Jay. That's
We
Jay
can- we
with
can
with
fix that.
the new Gizmachi album. No, with, we'll fix it.
Don't worry, I don't have to
No,
play
with his
any-
latest project, we won't name it. I don't know.
I
what it is.
programmed everything in, even the guitars, right?
No, it was great. I mean, that's so good. Yeah, and the fact that Wolf did it all by himself,
The one thing at
I mean,
the end of it, I was like, it would have been funny if they were like kind of like visually arguing with each other to see who was gonna like sing the next, next verse or something like that.
I
like
thought
one
it
of
was
them
funny.
go
I
to
thought it was
the mic and
hilarious.
like, no, what are you doing?
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious the way he ended it because she's like, God, that sucked. Can we fix that? Yes, okay.
Yeah.
And then like thumbs up.
Well, in the nod to what song was it?
Jumia.
The last two little notes scratching on the strings.
So
This is love.
So
Look at
this is
that.
love.
I was gonna say simple rhyme, but I knew it wasn't that. Begin with an S. No, that was cool. That the last, and it wasn't exact. It wasn't
Well-
like the same. It was a little different. So.
well, maybe it's not meant to be
I
that.
think it is. I think it is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Jun, jun.
Tweet
It
him.
even had the effect on it. It
Oh,
had
you're not
that-
on Twitter.
that,
He
uh,
answers. He answered me.
on it.
He answered me on Twitter the other day. He answered Caleb.
So you and Caleb are like at a smooth like 0.5% of times he responds to you guys.
Hey,
They follow. they follow me. The Mammoth WVH Twitter follows me. I'm not dropping names, but Jean Biel, if send him a tweet.
I
I'm
don't
sure
tweet.
somebody
I don't know how
probably
to tweet.
somebody probably did ask him that on Twitter. Probably.
It's got to be a nod to that. It was, but only certain fans will know that. I mean, if
That's the
you're
point.
just new to Wolfgang, you're not going to necessarily know that. But that, it's
Oh,
an Easter.
Lenny,
It's an
Lenny
Easter
Lou.
egg.
Lenny Lou says he said Wolfgang did say that it was.
Cool.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Thank you, Lenny Lou and Mary.
I wonder what did he say exactly? What was his what was his exact quote from that? Yeah, I was thinking of so this is love, so I
Who's not wearing pants?
Johnny doesn't usually wear pants.
Who said that? I can see you guys. Sharon Wilddollar in the Van Halen group said that. I see you.
Sharon what? What are you
Wild
sharing?
Dollar. Sharon Wilddollar. Right,
Speaking of-
Caleb?
Speaking of people that follow you, that Stevie Noakes dude from the Stern Show
It's pronounced
finally started following me.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Nowicki, yeah.
Cool.
Steve Nowicki. Oh, it says no. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, he watches us all the time.
that's pretty cool.
I gave him
It's awesome.
I gave him a
what'd you give him?
call it? No, not that.
One of those?
No, the butterfly.
I just look up and see that. I gave him the old,
He's been
prostate massage.
He's been gone
Isolate.
for like
Give that for your wife.
about 40 minutes.
I diddled
40
his
minutes
tank.
you're gone, and next thing
Save
you're
that
like,
one for your wife.
so what were you doing? I gave him the
No, Mike, you gotta do
the
the
lesson
wrist
on
around.
the lesson on how to
yeah.
Yeah. Hummingbird.
one of them.
Uh-oh.
Go
John
ahead.
Bale's about to regale us.
It's about one of I
Oh,
I
nice.
can barely
Look
do
at
it,
that.
but
Wow.
well,
I gotta
I'm
fix
looking
this.
at I gotta be like a little warmed up here. I can't do it like that. But there's the technique. It's the shake. I got the shake. Caleb can do it much better. Go ahead, Caleb.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I had to jet out. There's like some things going on here, so
It's all good.
well,
As long
you're
as
lucky,
everything's
that,
okay.
you're lucky that we're
Yeah.
stand-up guys because you left your fucking microphone on.
oh, good.
So Johnny muted it.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
It literally,
How
literally
long?
like,
We heard,
as
we
soon
heard a
as we
female
like,
voice for about 4 seconds, and then we had Johnny shut the mic off.
Thanks, Johnny.
Caleb, what the?
Yeah.
All
That's what
right.
we heard.
Well,
That's all
hopefully
we
my
heard.
No,
wife will find
we didn't hear anything.
No.
We didn't.
We didn't hear anything. We just heard a female voice start to talk,
Yeah.
and we were like, okay, somebody mute his mic quick.
All right. Hopefully my wife won't find out who that was.
Yeah.
Oh,
A little practice.
oh
She was
no!
Yeah. All we heard was you mother, and
You mother.
Johnny cut you off.
Who ate the goddamn last meatball?
Speculation in the chat was that you tapped out because you were being rudely interrupted so
Yeah.
many times.
Oh, man.
But then Johnny hit the unmute button. Unfortunately, then we heard, and then it was cut off again.
Yeah, the good news is we've all used talk to text, and it'll be up. We'll be putting that text up on Facebook. It'll be on its own page.
How does that go again, John?
Go.
Trying. Little Italy's.
Trying to do a little early, are you?
I can do it once in a while. When my hands are a little more limber, I can do it. A little bit of it on the
Use
E
the-
string. Pretty much.
Use the
only on
other.
E
Use the
string.
other hand.
Looks all
Are
right.
you left-handed? Jay and I had a huge discussion last night about left-handed players that can play right-handed. Thinking, so Caleb, can
I
you
couldn't even
can you play left-handed
prep
at all?
something like this.
No,
Is it weird?
dude. No.
How did that happen, Caleb? How did you start playing guitar right-handed?
This is why I'm so much better than Caleb, because I can't play left-handed or right-handed.
Well, it's weird. I believe I grew up. Whenever I would mime it, I would show left-handed, and then around like 11 or 12, I got into the Stones, and I made Stones, and I made a plywood guitar in the garage with a saber saw,
Really?
and I striped it like black and blue, and I striped it, and I painted the wrong side. I painted the right-handed side, and I didn't want to do the other side because it looked so cool. So I just started jumping around with this plywood guitar right-handed. And then when it came time within like 6 months of that to go get a real guitar, I was already kind of more comfortable right-handed than left-handed.
That's interesting. Yeah.
My guitar teacher.
How
old were you? How old were you?
Wow.
12. And it was a total blessing because the fucking, there's two left-handed guitars in a music store that has 150 guitars. There's two of them.
It's
I played that one.
This is 1982, and they're shitty. Like they're
middle. You're gonna get like a middle of the road,
right?
Yeah.
So I was just blessed to do that and make that mistake of painting the wrong side of the guitar. So there you go.
I'll thank my guitar teacher.
That's an awesome fucking story, by the way, dude.
Thanks. No, it's true.
It is cool.
I literally just started jumping around with a plywood cutout.
Is that you right there?
Yeah.
Number 4. What is it? 40.
45 in the Washington Huskies jersey.
Yeah, too close. Yeah,
there's Ted Knight. Ted Knight was the mayor of our town here.
Wow.
Pacific Palisades. He was like the honorary mayor.
Was he really?
Yeah, well,
honorary
they still do it.
Is that with
They
the
still have
show?
a celebrity. It's always a celebrity. That's
Too
the
close for
honorary.
comfort, right?
Fucking Caddyshack and Mary
Tyler
Tyler Moore.
Moore.
Well,
We're waiting. I'll give my guitar teacher credit for it. Left-handed guitar players, he actually pointed out two things. He said, first of all, I'm going to save you a lot of money later on down the line. Just like Caleb said, he's right. Left-handed guitars are a bitch to find, and they're always more expensive. And secondly, he pointed out to me that lefties should play right-handed because that's your dominant hand. So your dominant hand should be on the neck.
I always thought about that too.
Yeah. So your dominant hand should, because that's the one that you're predisposed to want to work with anyway. So like your dominant hand should be up on the neck because that's the one that has to have the most intricacy. So
Michael Anthony is a lefty.
So thank you, Joe Damari.
Is he really? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. No, he's set. Right.
Remember, you went to shake his hand, and it goes like this.
That's right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, but even
we talked about it.
People shake the hand with the right hand.
We talked about it when he was on the show, and when I crashed his little.
Go back, check the Johnny Beane.
Oh yeah, I'll put a card right.
I have the
shirt
shirt in the other room.
Put a link to that.
Caleb.
That was a great.
Paul, you're left-handed too.
I'm still trying to figure out how to clean that shirt, Caleb. How do I clean that with a Sharpie on it? It's getting the ring around the collar.
Left-handed play.
And you put Sharpie in the washing machine?
33.
No.
So it's just kind of what it is.
Yeah, but
You don't wear it.
I wear it. The only time I ever wear it is on the show, and maybe
you wear the
5
signed
times.
one?
Yeah, that's the only one I have. I gave the last one to I don't know who, one of you guys.
Dude, why don't wear that shirt?
I just wear it on the show. I don't wear it outside the house.
Oh
shit! Sorry.
So yes, Captain, left-handed, play guitar right-handed, play hockey right-handed.
Paul still doesn't have one,
and can hit. No, I still don't have one, and I can hit from both sides of the plate.
Too much information.
Switch hitter. Cool.
You hit for both teams?
No, I do everything lefty. Kick, right, throw.
I kick and I throw and I don't play hockey left-handed though.
Well, supposedly a lot of people that shoot left are right-handed and the other way around. So, but I shoot left.
Yeah, that's about what mine looks like.
Yeah,
it's a little worse for
I
wear.
do right-handed is play guitar.
New Halen.
But yeah, you want to have your dominant hand on the neck.
Well, I guess that helps me.
It does.
Gibson logo. Yeah, the Gibson logo's in the wrong place. Someone was saying that in the chat earlier. I know. I was so quick to put it on. I was so quick to put it on, and it's a beautiful. I got it. I took 6 months to get here from Russia.
Yeah. So why would you put it in the right place?
Right? Just slap it on.
But hey,
just throw it anywhere.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Let me just put it.
No, I actually measured it by the string tree or whatever you call it, the string retainer. And Ed only uses one string retainer, and it's a little on the photo I was using. It's a little more further down. So,
Caleb will never let that go.
No, I know.
No.
I know.
Oh no.
But anyway, I don't care. I'm happy with. I think it looks good either way. I mean, it's a little.
It looks good, but Caleb is still gonna bust your fucking balls.
I mean, it's centered. At least it's centered.
I don't even know where the one is, and
But it
Isn't it,
does
like,
have
really
all that empty
faded,
space
too?
down. It's all that empty space that bothers me. Yeah. So whatever, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
And it took 6 months to get here, so I'll change it.
And I'm gonna have to jump off again in like 15 minutes. So
Remember to mute your mic.
yeah, I'll mute
How's
the mic.
how's the puppy doing? Everything good with the puppy?
Puppy's great. Yeah.
Good. But what's his name? Butch now.
Except he growls at my son's friends.
No.
Yeah.
That's because he's bonded to your kid and he's not socialized
Yeah.
yet.
Well, but I have 2 kids, so my older son has friends, a friend that comes over, and the 2 times he's come over in the last few weeks, he just gets growled at the whole time. But we don't really have people over, so it's like the only people,
Yeah,
the only
he's like,
strangers.
they're
he's very
they're
protective, yeah.
intruders. They're intruders to the dog. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He's so cute.
Yeah,
Well,
he is.
It's so
once you get
sweet.
him out walking and stuff, he'll get used to it. He'll get used to
Yeah.
people.
He's so skittish outside. It's crazy. He like any sounds. He's so small. He just like
He's gonna be
very-
a pretty big dog. Oh, medium
no,
size.
he's not. He's a
No?
mini.
Oh,
Yeah, we have like a weight requirement, in this place we're renting.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we had to get a dog that wouldn't be over 25 pounds. So
well,
I
he is a
think-
cute.
I think he'll
cute
stay way
puppy.
under. So.
Well, you can always bring in a Rottweiler or a puppy. They're not 25 pounds.
How long are you in
Right.
that place, Caleb?
Oh, I don't know. I think as long as we want to be.
Oh, all right, it's a rental.
How do you like-
I
how do you
thought
like
it was a temporary.
I meant to ask you
No.
how you like the new joint.
It's great. I mean, we're a little too close to the main drag, and so and it seems that people are really enjoying like literal fucking street racing out there.
Really?
Last night was ridiculous. I wanted to do something I can't say on the air. Yeah,
Wow.
it had something to do with like a sniper's perch
Oh.
and a gun sight.
Oh.
Is that too much? Sorry. Okay.
Oh.
Never mind.
It's just enough.
Isolate.
We get the picture.
Isolate.
You could-
That's why we have
Lefty.
these things.
See, lefty.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem with that, Caleb, is unless it's a bolt action, the shell is
Mm-hmm.
going to eject from the right into the rear. That's going to burn your face.
Oh.
You mean something like this? I'm not going to put. I won't.
And
No.
that's why
No, not
Oswald.
Johnny, I
That's
won't,
why
I won't.
Oswald didn't kill Kennedy, because he was a lefty.
Not alone, anyway.
Back and to the left. See,
Back into the left.
Back into the left.
They proved
Just the
that on
tires, right, Lenny Lou? Just the tire, of course. Then
Just the
it
tires.
becomes a real fun like aftermath. Then I can't control the aftermath, right?
Nope.
Well, it's like throwing out the when the police are trying to stop a chase, throwing out the tire punctures.
Yeah,
Stop sticks.
Yeah, is that what they call stop sticks?
spike strip.
Spike
Do
strip.
the
Okay.
pit maneuver. The pit maneuver.
They
is
do
what
that
really
too.
stops.
I remember there was
Always wanted to try that.
a period of time where they basically say if the chase goes above a certain miles per hour, they call it off for the safety of the community.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they want them to slow down because they don't think they're being chased, but there's still a helicopter above them. So
And a drone. Nowadays.
Yeah.
Now it's the drones. Yeah.
And
I
you're
want
live,
like a
live on TV.
helicopter. I want a helicopter to come with like a big magnet. Just fucking take them right off the road. That'd be cool.
They should do that.
Like,
the
Of course you
technology
would
is
have to.
there.
You drive- These assholes are driving down the road, all of a sudden. They're going- they
Go
get-
ahead, jump.
The reason they don't do that is because it's not safe for the
the community.
criminal. It's
Yeah.
not safe for the criminal. That's why.
Fuck
And
they-
also,
criminal.
it's hilarious.
it really would be.
It would be hilarious.
I
Exactly.
was looking up like, what the?
Yeah, for those people that live in safe neighborhoods, the police department have helicopters that they circle your neighborhood with when they've got a problem.
Yeah.
Here in Phoenix,
All night.
I get it all the time in Phoenix. I'm right on the edge of Mesa, Arizona, which is not the nicest area. And there's an apartment complex probably less than a mile from me where they have red and blue living there. So there's on occasion
Ghetto birds.
Yeah.
That's what they call them.
And it comes in here.
What
and
is it? Ghetto bird?
Yeah.
Ghetto birds.
Yeah, ghetto
Never
birds.
heard of that.
And they
Okay.
just circle for a half hour until the ground unit shows up.
Yeah,
It's a pain in the ass.
Down here in Venice, California, about 4 or 5 miles away from here, and there was a neighborhood that I lived right on the edge of it.
Yep.
And they call it the Hood. And
There you go, Keith.
every other night there was a freaking helicopter, like at 2 in the morning. It was
Usually it's a weekend. Usually it's 3 in the morning.
It's got its spot on.
Isn't that Compton near you?
Night sun.
Isn't Compton the neighborhood or the area that's legendary in LA for the harshest or the worst?
Yeah, it's known as a bad area, Compton. Yeah.
Fun fact: when I was living in Northern California, the Black Hole, which is an area of the Oakland Stadium where fans sit in the south end zone, it's actually incorporated. They're an LLC, limited liability corporation. I think they've sold out now to the Raiders officially, but at the time it was a fan-owned organization. They own the trademark to it. Their legal offices were on Crenshaw in Compton. It was perfect. Couldn't have got any better. The legal department for Raiders fans is on Crenshaw. It was as stereotypical as you could get.
That was the early 90s when I was there, and the crazy thing is in the last five years the whole place is gentrified, and because of all like Snapchat and Google have their offices down here in Venice, and all their employees bought up all that property, and
really?
And the Hood is gone basically. That's all.
That's what Southie is
Really?
like now.
Wow.
Yeah.
South Boston is like that now too. It's all
They call
gentrified.
they call it Silicon Beach.
Man.
Yeah, it's like that up here too in some of the
Silicon
areas
Beach, they call it,
where I remember 20 years ago I would never walk around the neighborhood. Now it's fine. you get all these yuppies walking around it now, with their Starbucks. And
I grew up in Southie. I can't afford to live in Southie anymore. It's ridiculous. All that, like those things that used to be, triple decker houses, like you would see in the beginning of
Goodwill
like
Hunting.
all in the Family and Goodwill Hunting, shit like that. Those triple decker houses are now condoed out. Those things that used to cost, they were like rentals, rental apartments that were $400, $500, $600 a month are now $1.5 million condominiums.
Holy
ridiculous.
You could argue because the right person bought it and refurbished it all. I mean, if you get the landlord who's going to buy them, and I used to live in a crappy place that's now beautiful down the street.
Well, it was weird because back in the day they would take the poor Irish. They would take the poor Irish and they would put them down by the ocean because it was cold and shitty and it wasn't very nice looking because all they got was an oceanside view. Mm-hmm. And everybody, all the rich people from Boston were up on Beacon Hill. And then people realized, beachfront property is valuable. So now they've pushed all the poor kids and all the poor people out. They've gotten rid of all the projects that were down there in the shit areas, like Columbia Point. For those people that don't know what these are, the only one that knows this is John Biel. But Dorchester, South Boston, Columbia Point, that whole area of Boston used to be poor trash and projects. And now it's all these amazing condos and like vacation rentals, and it's completely gentrified. It's nowhere near. And I think they do that in a lot of places. I think a lot of, like, they're trying to do it with all of downtown Detroit, just trying to rebuild everything. I know Chicago wasn't always nice downtown either.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All those urban areas now have become entertainment districts, and Kansas City has one. I know they did it in San Diego. The gas lamp district has all been completely redone.
Yeah.
So
it's good. I mean, it's good, but I don't know who all these people are that can afford it. Like, where do all these people come from?
I don't know.
I don't know any of them. I don't know any rich people. Anyway, so what else?
We were
talking about property value.
Before you left, Caleb, somebody had a question.
Welcome to real estate talk.
When did Ed first do the jump?
There you go. Yeah.
Do you have any idea when he first started?
We need the date, time, in song.
Song.
From
Yeah,
all
and photographic
photographic evidence, it appears that the trademark jump was done first on the Women and Children First tour. There's a picture of Ed on the 79 tour, but it's from the front, and he's kind of got the legs going. I've seen that one, but it doesn't look like he's trying to do the split. It kind of looks like he's just kind of trying not to fuck up the landing, because I think he started by doing it off the riser. But the jumping in place.
Where he's above Michael Anthony. He's like way up in the air. Yeah.
Yes. It kind of looks like he's doing it, but you can't really. It doesn't. There's not enough proof. Well, that's 80, so that's like one of the early ones. And obviously, he took that from Pete Townsend. So
yeah, but look how awesome that is.
But Pete Townsend did it with the other legs.
Oh, there you
go. Pete Townsend did his right leg forward.
Well, was he left-handed?
I don't know.
He didn't play left-handed.
So they are different.
Well, he wouldn't have any guitars to play if Pete Townsend was left-handed.
I mean, if you watch footage of Pete, man, especially from where he's got the Les Paul with the number 8 on it or whatever. And there's this one, like they're playing Won't Get Fooled Again. You've seen this, Paul. He is just gone on shit. Like he is so fucked up in this video.
Yeah.
Wait, which one is that? From what?
It's got to be from like 77 or 76.
With him doing the jump?
Won't Get Fooled Again. Just watch Pete Townsend in that live video. He is just, you can see it in his eyes. He is just in another world. But he doesn't stop moving. And he's doing all the windmills. I mean, he's bleeding, like he's wounding himself. Yeah, there you go. 81. But yeah.
Do you remember the Winterland photo of Pete with the guitar, throwing the guitar up in the that's the famous photo of Pete.
Yep.
Throwing it up.
There's one of him, he was kind of doing a split, and it looks like he's 10 feet off the ground, and I don't know how he got that high. There's one shot of him doing that. So
Pete was crazy, yeah. I mean,
someone else
alarm to take my pill. Who was that?
Somebody's cookies already.
Yeah, no.
Time to take my pill.
There you go. That's 79.
Yeah, man.
That's a telly, right?
Yeah.
I love that
I was
Schecter telly.
79 show last night from Chicago. There's a DVD that came with
a DVD.
Did you send us the video in the chat?
From the Who? I don't think so.
Where?
Yeah, Pete would do this thing where he'd do those and do like a knee bend behind, like his legs, his feet right behind him, and then do that again, and then do the knee bend, and he'd do like 10 of them at the end of songs where they just go dun, dun, dun,
and we wonder why Pete is such a mess physically.
Oh God, destroyed.
I don't think there was a more physical guitar player in rock.
Yeah,
no way.
What's wrong with him now physically? He's still pretty mobile. He can get. I don't know if he's doing that, but he can.
No, he's not.
He's a big dude too.
Yeah, he's not so small.
6'3".
Yeah,
and not man,
because what's Keith Moon put a bomb in his bass drum?
Oh shit! Right.
Let's set him back.
He lost his hearing in his right ear.
Yeah, I remember hearing that Pete Townsend speared his hand on the whammy bar. Yes,
but he did this in 1979. I mean, that's better than the split jump.
Man, that video
that is one of the most iconic pitches. Look at that.
I love it.
That's great.
Who was that was telling us that? Was somebody telling us? Somebody said they were front row for that. And Eddie,
Texas Jam, right?
Eddie was, well, not for that show, but I mean for that year. And Eddie kept running back and jumping against the speakers. Who was telling us?
Yeah, who was that?
Who do you remember that?
Yes.
Did I dream that? Somebody.
Yeah, but Eddie got the knee slides too from Pete Townsend.
Wow.
That's right.
Yep.
Why didn't he do the windmill? He should have done the windmill too.
Because he probably didn't. They didn't want him to hurt his hand.
Yeah.
it's funny because there were so many people that tried to cop the windmill and they sort of half-ass it, whereas Pete is all about it. Like he's all in.
Dude.
Whereas a lot of these other guys,
yeah.
like,
He would-
There's
Yeah.
video
He
of
would
him
do the
bloody hand
windmill and
after
he
it.
would cut his
yeah, but you
cut
see
his
these
hands
people,
up,
those
man.
people that would do it and they swing their arm real fast till they get to the strings and then they half it and then they swing back around. They're like, if you're gonna do it, you got to be committed to it.
Pete canceled shows in 1989 because of that. There was like 2 or 3 shows he canceled because he
Could he
literally
cut his hands,
cut his
right?
hand.
Yeah.
Speared it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like doing it on a cheese grater, man. He comes up his hands
He
all
harpooned his
around.
hand.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Pete was crazy, man, and he wasn't. He had
Was.
his period of doing
He
a
still
lot
is
of-
crazy.
a lot of substance abuse, but
Yeah, I saw
for
them
the most part,
a year and a half ago at the bowl.
They're great. They're still great.
Yeah,
They're still great. I mean,
He
they're
was
old as
fun and
shit,
great.
but
I
They're
saw
still great.
them. I saw them last tour, and man, they
They're-
were freaking killer, man.
They're real musicians, Paul.
yes, real musicians. Very
he's a
much.
real musician. Dude, but Roger just sings.
Roger's a
Rogers-
good musician.
Roger
He-
can play 3 chords, but Pete
He
is
plays
everything.
on Eminence
He's
Front.
everything.
The interesting thing about the Who, and I've talked about this before, in my opinion, they have the indignity of being overshadowed by so many of their peers because they're too English in a way that American audiences, they get them, but they got other bands more. And so the Who, like, even though they put out brilliant music, they had the Beatles that sort of, the Who came right around the same time as the Beatles and the Kinks. And the Kinks and the Who are the 2 bands that get sort of overlooked. The Beatles completely eclipse them. The Stones completely eclipse them. Look at that 5-head. The Stones completely eclipse him. It's like a fucking beluga whale is what he looks like.
Oh my god!
Look at that thing. His medulla oblongata is
Oh,
huge.
That's a real musician, man.
Yes, that's a real musician.
Pete
Yeah,
looks.
that's
better
all you
than
need.
that.
All you need is 3 chords. But the Who gets completely.
I'd argue that, Paul.
Look at that
I think
telly.
the Who matched
That's awesome.
Led Zeppelin and
Nope.
close to as far as concert sales and all that. Through the 70s, they sold out every arena. In the early 80s, they sold out stadiums, following what the Stones did in 81.
They did a
in
farewell
89,
tour. They did a
89,
farewell
the same as
tour in
Steel
82.
Wheels.
They
I
did a
went to that.
farewell tour and didn't play again until 89.
Stones
So-
didn't play. Stones took most of the 80s off just as much as the Who.
I understand that, but the Stones were in stadiums in the late 70s and early 80s and was
The
always in the-
Who opened the Pontiac Silverdome to 75,000 people in 1975.
the Who are still not as big overall as the other
Sure.
bands that came
I-
around with them.
These
That's
guys
my
are
point.
nerds. This is like nerd.
I agree with you.
That's my point. Now, I know
I
you're
know
a Who
what you're
fan.
talking. I know what
I
you're
know
talking.
you're a Who fan, and that's great.
Who?
But
Where?
when it came out, the Beatles were bigger, and the Who had to take a back seat. The Stones
Yes.
were bigger, the Who had to take a back seat. Black Sabbath, the Who had to take a back
But
seat.
they-
Remember
held
the
their-
what?
They never took a back seat to Black Sabbath.
And then sure they were. Black Sabbath
No,
was
no,
bigger
no.
than the Who. Black
No.
Sabbath was bigger than the
Come
Who.
on.
They were in the prime. Yes,
Caleb.
they were in their prime. They were bigger
In
than the Who.
In the chat, who was bigger, the Who or
No.
And then in 78, what happened? Kiss was bigger than the Who. Yes.
Again, they were selling out stadiums in 1975.
You're
Wow.
not. It doesn't
I
matter. You're
got
missing
news.
my
And then
point.
there was
I got
that.
news for all of you.
Yeah.
I got news for all of you. Breaking news: ABBA was bigger than all of them.
You had
He's not wrong.
the Who. Everyone's
not.
saying the Who in the chat.
No, yeah, but the
that
point
was awesome, man.
yes, the Who
I
was
love ABBA.
huge. Everybody's missing my point. The Who was huge, but they were below all these other bands. It was
You
because
said
Where
Black
was what?
Sabbath. You said
yes,
they were below.
They were not as big as Black Sabbath worldwide at the time.
Okay.
That's
That's
the
fine.
one. That's
They were
the one
still
that
big.
that's the one that I raised my eyebrows to. The Black Sabbath one. I mean, that's the thing too. Is worldwide. I have no idea, but I don't know. That's
They
the
were
one that I would.
close. They
And
were
I got
eclipsed
news
by
for you
so many
also.
bands.
I got news for you, everybody also. Breaking news right now. Gizmochi is bigger than ABBA and all of them.
Gizmochi.
Here we go.
Gizmochi's not bigger than my foot.
Gizmunchie.
Yeah, that's what I got right now, man. Son of a gun.
Got a case of the Gizmunchies for kernels.
I ate all of this. I ate the rest of these. I had
Jay,
They
freaking-
need to make
Jay,
they
Jay.
need to make a tin, the Gizmunchies.
The Gizmunchies.
Jay.
What?
Oh,
Jay.
Oh,
I wish I had something good to munch on.
Jay.
Yummy.
All right, now I'm not hungry anymore. Thanks.
Yeah.
Here's how to ruin your appetite. Hey, watch this.
What about this band? What about AC/DC back in the day? You know, they're a band that's kind of held up through all that too. You know, from the late '70s.
Well, let's talk
through
about
today.
Let's talk about my when I was on with Johnny last night. I said I got some pretty fun topics, and this just reminded me of one of them. One of the questions I would ask us, and as well as everybody in the chat, the most overrated band of all time.
Oh yeah, you teased that last night. Let's go for it.
Who do you guys think it is? I
think
in rock, as in rock band, or just band in general.
I mean, mine is a rock band, but don't go into like
because
don't go to like Backstreet Boys and shit like that. Don't go that.
Oh, they're great. They're awesome.
Let's do rock bands.
Keep it in a rock genre.
So rock as in metal or as in rock and roll?
Rock
and roll.
Hard rock.
Just electric guitar.
Rock through metal. How about that?
Tom Petty.
Overrated?
Ooh,
Let's ask the chat.
Overrated?
Let's get some chat answers.
Hold on. Wait,
Here's the thing.
I was just never a fan of Tom Petty. I'll just say that. Tom Petty is not overrated. He's a great musician. He was.
When you say overrated, I don't mean like, oh, they're not as good of a guitarist as blah blah blah. I'm talking about like maybe the impact that they had in the grand scheme of things
was
how popular they were. You know what I mean?
They had and their entire catalog.
I'll clarify that. I'm just not a big fan of Tom Petty. He actually, I do respect Tom Petty. I'm just not a big fan.
What era are you?
Why?
I don't know.
What happened?
It never did anything for me. I don't really
personally.
No, not personal. It's not personal.
I'm kind of looking at it as like, you know, in the realm of.
I know that's not the direction Jay's going.
Can I finish this?
Tom Petty's awesome, man.
No, Jay, you can't.
No, you can't. Kenny Dave said Foo Fighters. All right. I don't know about that.
That's one of those ones that, you know.
The Food Fighters. No, I told you when I had my MP3 player with 3 songs, it was Foo Fighters.
It's a loaded
DVD says Guns N' Roses, Kenny Dave, Neil Young.
See, I would argue against Guns N' Roses because of the impact that they made.
It's got to be a band that
Nickelback,
that most of your friends like, but
Bob Dylan.
When they think about it,
Elvis.
I'm talking.
Steve Carmichael. Elvis.
Here we go. How about this? Pink Floyd.
No, zero. No.
For me,
tough.
I would say they were groundbreaking.
I would say their whole catalog is probably overrated, but the 3 records that they're known for, Wish You Were Here, Dark Side of the Moon, and The Wall, are 3 of the greatest rock albums that have ever been recorded. So I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree with. Now, overall, are they overrated?
But you have to be stoned to enjoy Pink Floyd.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Stoned to death.
I think I think 9 Inch Nails are super overrated.
Who?
9 Inch Nails.
Were they ever
But let me give you my band,
that big?
and then you can kind of gauge where I'm going with this. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
please.
too.
Right now, this is out of control.
You too.
You
Here we
too.
go.
Yeah.
Wow.
What I'm saying is, I think that if U2 never happened, if U2 never came out, the only impact it would have had is that Boss and Digitech wouldn't have sold as many delay patterns. That's the only impact. I think music would be the same as it is right now if U2 had never existed.
Jay, have you ever
the
seen them
most
live?
overrated band you think ever on the planet?
Have you ever seen Rattle and Hum?
I don't care.
Have you seen them live?
I'm not
Have you
saying
seen them
I'm
live?
not saying that. What I'm saying is I don't think they had really any impact in the
Have
grand
you seen
scheme
them
of
live?
With or without you?
I'll humor you, Jay. I hear what you're saying. I think their
With
impact.
or without you, dude. The Who took over for the Police when the Police stopped.
The Who?
What?
Are you saying? No, you're saying you too.
Well, you too. I don't know what I just said.
I would say if it weren't for
You meant
you,
U2.
I would say if it weren't for U2 and REM, alternative music would never have gone mainstream.
I agree.
I think
Why is
U2 had.
Pump Chump still here? Why is he here?
Who cares?
Why are we giving him second?
What'd you say, Caleb?
Just,
Caleb, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you. What was that?
what band?
No.
I wanted to ask Jay. I wanted to ask Jay if he's ever seen U2 live.
No, and I never would.
I think
Dude.
he changed your mind.
I like 2 or 3 songs from YouTube, and it's not just because I don't like them. I'm just
Okay, hold on. 2 or 3 songs. Name them all. I want to hear it.
Remember, was it Michael? Was it you? Remember, we were chasing. We thought Bono was at NAB. It was a U2 tribute called Hollywood U2 or something.
I remember that.
And we were chasing. We thought we saw him in the edge walk by. We were chasing them.
We were chasing the fake Bono.
Yep.
so one of the songs.
We were literally right. He was going down an elevator. We're like, that's him. Let's go.
U2 is possibly one of the 20 greatest rock bands in the history of music.
I agree with you 100%.
They are.
Yeah,
they
I
are.
would agree with you.
I
Agree on that
with
list.
that.
They're going to be on that list. I know
They're
that.
they're one of the greatest of all time. And somebody pointed out that they didn't think U2 was alternative. That's because you don't know anything that U2 did before 1986. The first 3 albums, Boy, October, and War, are
exactly. Just put on Boy.
Yeah, Boy, October, and War are as alternative as it gets. They're right in there. They're right in there with the early Cult records and the Cure and the Smiths.
There was nothing like them.
There was nothing like U2.
Really,
Yeah, I saw them like a month and a half after 9/11, and it was like maybe the greatest live.
The Boston. Was it the bridge one? Under the Bridge?
No, it was.
It wasn't that
all that you can't leave behind.
Oh, they played a show. I remember under the in New York around that time.
They're amazing. Live is and that's the thing. Mad Dog points out Live at Red Rocks was seminal in MTV, breaking MTV, and MTV broke U2. They were to new wave and alternative what Def Leppard was to hard rock for the early years of MTV. U2 and Duran Duran were 2 of the biggest bands that were on MTV. I mean, that Red Rock show was on constantly on MTV. And then Rattle and Hum. I mean, how many bands have had concert films?
And they got better, dude. They got better like as they went along. They kept raising the bar. Like
but I respect Jay's opinion. I get Jay's opinion. I know he thinks they're overrated, and I get it.
Well, listen. If you're choosing this, you're obviously going to have to pick somebody that's huge, that's world renowned. I understand that, but that's why it's difficult because there's going to be a million arguments. You know what I mean? So it's not like I expected to say U2 and have everybody like, oh yeah, I agree with that. No, I knew it was going to be.
I'll drop one in the room. I'll drop a grenade in the room. A band I can't stand and I think is super overrated. The Eagles.
Freaking hate the Eagles.
Hate the fucking Eagles.
I like the Eagles. That's just a quote.
Everything before Joe Walsh is country to me.
Wait, John Biel, you like the Eagles?
I like the Eagles. It's just that
you like the Eagles, but you don't like Tom Petty. That's fucked up. That's crazy.
Get out right now.
I'm with John Biel.
I could listen to the Eagles. I'm not going to turn them off the radio if they're on.
I'm with John Biel. I'd rather listen to. I probably like more Eagles songs than I like Tom Petty, but it's probably because my dad is an Eagles fan, and I've not a football Eagles fan.
Yeah, let's specify that.
So I get it.
That's why he likes the Eagles.
Now, Jay, you said you only like maybe like 3 songs by U2. What songs are those?
Sunday Bloody Sunday. Somebody mentioned another one. What was the other one?
That's not even in my top 10. That one.
New Year's Day.
That one either.
And I can't think of the other one.
Listen to Elevation. I could throw out so many.
Listen to that whole record. All That You Can't Leave Behind. Listen to that whole record.
Yeah,
that was another. It was between that and that Foo Fighters album that I was trying to get into that MP3 player.
John Biel.
This concert was great.
That concert was.
Paul was probably there. This was Boston.
Yep.
The first time I saw U2 was Your Unforgettable Fire.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was really crazy about the show I saw at the Staples Center 6 weeks after 9/11, I was like 3 rows off the ramp. They had a big heart-shaped ramp that went around the stage.
Yep.
And I'll never forget it. the show's about to start, and this chick walks right in front of me, sits down in the seat right in front of me, and it's Cameron Diaz.
Really?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
That was before she had
It's
the
2001. Okay,
No,
2001.
before
he's
she had
talking-
surgery.
2001. Cameron. And you remember every chick in 2001 had the coin slot? Remember how the coin slots were
What did I
hanging
miss?
out?
Little,
That
little
was
camel,
What does that
You-
mean?
camel toe. Little camel toe.
Elaborate.
So just like the top of her ass was showing,
Mhm.
the top of her ass crack, and all I thought when I realized it was her, I was like, "Fuck! I can't even enjoy the show."
Too busy smelling her.
I'm
I
gonna be
was
like, looking at her ass crack the whole night.
She was looking good back then.
But
I was in
Oh
the
my God.
honestly, to see a U2 show, just the entire atmosphere in the show,
it's like a church revival. It's amazing.
it is
Yeah, the
so
energy
over the
is-
top awesome.
Yeah.
Do you
It really-
think they went
it really
over the
is,
top
man.
on the zoo in the zoo era?
I didn't like. That's the one time I didn't like them. I didn't
Yeah.
like the Zoo
That
TV
Tom
stuff when they went that way.
Clam
I'll be right back.
I was in the Heart,
no.
that same show that he's talking about. I was in the Heart in Sacramento, which is like it's almost like the Snake Pit for Metallica shows or whatever. It's like a heart-shaped ramp where
Van
like
Halen used that
VIP
same-
and stuff. Similar
same
setup.
idea in 07, 08.
Yeah, I was standing there watching U2 on stage do their thing, and I turned to my left, and less than 6 or 7 feet away from me was Gwen
Cameron
Stefani.
Diaz. Oh.
No, Gwen Stefani, and No Doubt had opened the show. So I'm standing, less than, like I said, less than a car length away from Gwen Stefani.
and you could see her crack. You could see her crack.
No, but she was radiantly beautiful, and my jaw was like, I'm like, oh my, and I was married at the time, so that didn't go well. But I was just like, oh my God, this girl's eyes are ridiculous, and I turned away and looked back, and she was gone, and like within 2 minutes, she was on stage with Bono doing a Billie Holiday duet.
Wow.
And it was like this moment where I was like, oh my God, that girl is now Gwen Stefani is not really at that time in 2001. We're talking about 20 years ago. She wasn't really that good looking. She had bad skin. She had a lot of makeup on, but she was still radiant and magnificent looking in that moment. And then when she got on stage and she and Bono started singing Billie Holiday music, it was outstanding. My God, what a fucking voice.
Wow. Yeah, no, she really has a good voice, man.
What
She
shitty
is.
U2
She's
album do you want me
amazing
to
voice.
check out?
So,
What shitty U2 album do you want me to check out?
oh, there are no. Well, Zoo is the shitty.
Watch this. Watch this video. Just
I'm
watch.
not watching
this.
anything. I'm listening to something.
Okay. then
I like
listen
the
to
I like
album.
the zoo one. I like the Batman song they did.
Zooropa.
Zooropa is garbage.
Oh,
No,
God.
Johnny,
don't
you're not
do
helping.
this.
You're not helping, Johnny.
No.
What?
What album should I listen to?
I
Um,
would say
Uptown Baby.
Joshua Tree and
what's the
Island
one? The one with
Uptown Baby.
hello.
that's Elevate or
Oh, you can't leave behind.
Da, 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 da.
No,
That
no,
was-
no
that was
line
a-
on the horizon.
their last good album.
What song is that one?
Arguably.
That's
I mean,
the
if you're gonna listen to a U2 album, it's got to be the Joshua Tree.
The Joshua Tree.
Joshua
Yeah.
Rattle
Tree
and Hum
is-
is a compilation of all the stuff up to that point, which is pretty good live stuff
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
Joshua
That's
Tree.
why I like Rattle and Hum so much. And it's
Oh,
a
they
great
have all
film.
the They
I
have all
prefer the early stuff.
deluxe version.
That's Vertigo. I said it earlier. That's
Yes.
Vertigo.
Vertigo. I like
Yeah.
I like listen to
Come on,
Vertigo.
Jay,
That's a
Jay.
good one.
Jay, put on Vertigo right now.
Wait a second. Is that the one that was on
I
the
don't know.
already preloaded into iPads or iPods?
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
No.
no, yes. That
No, yes.
That was
No.
a commercial. That was the commercial.
The first iPod commercial was
The captain.
U2.
Captain, how much did you drink tonight?
I don't drink.
How many donuts did you just eat?
Those aren't donuts.
Yeah, Joke Riddler. I like that song, man. The one that was in Batman. That one. That's a good one, man.
I mean, it's difficult to say.
listen to-
anyone,
listen
the
to that
you
one, Jay.
know, Jay,
Listen
the one
to
that's
that
the
one.
most mainstream crossover is the Joshua Tree. That's
Yeah,
their biggest,
but
that's their biggest
for
record.
for Jay, that one would be boring. I can see that. Listen to this song. This is a rock tune right here. That's a
I know that song. What album is that on?
No. It was on the Batman soundtrack. It was at the zoo. I think in the zoo one.
All right, Zoo
I
Robot.
think Jay's argument for U2 is a lot like my argument for Tom Petty. You know,
I like. See, here's the thing. I'm with you. Post Wilbury's Tom Petty. I like Tom Petty up until the 90s. I like his early stuff when he, the Damn the Torpedoes, up through Full Moon Fever. I'm a big Tom Petty fan. Everything after that, I kind of got lost. He was on heroin, and he was trying to be like Bob Dylan, and hung around with Jeff Lynne a little too much. And
Bob Dylan was on heroin.
Bob Dylan.
So that's where there's Tom Petty is one of those guys, kind of like Pink Floyd and Journey and Genesis, where there are two distinct catalogs of music. And I like everything that Tom Petty did prior to the Traveling Wilburys.
I will say one of the best rock documentaries is Running Down a Dream. That whole Tom Petty documentary is great, and it's just because of the the rock history that is involved in that. That he, he talked about all that stuff.
Santa Cruz 3600 says, Jay, listen to something from the 80s. Do you mean in general? Because the majority of the music I listen to
is from the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just means U2 from the 80s.
No, U2 from the 80s is all over the place.
Agreed.
You can't compare early 80s U2
Actually, there's
to
a
late
fine
80s
line.
U2. You can't compare it. That's different.
I think once they got to Bad or what was the just before Joshua Tree, Unforgettable Fire.
Yeah, Unforgettable Fire was
that was where they crossed the line.
That was a turning point for the band, kind of like the Electric album for the Cult. The Cult prior to Electric was sort of an alternative band. Then after the Electric album came out, they became a hard rock band. And I think that there was sort of a tipping point. So everything pre Unforgettable Fire is going to be one style of U2, and then anything after the Unforgettable Fire is going to be a completely different style.
They were punk. They were more punk than punk and new wave.
What was the album that got released only on iPods?
Songs of Innocence.
You can probably skip that.
And there was nothing. There was nothing good on that one.
There's two of them: Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience. Those are both experimental records. You'd probably want to stay away from.
Look into your iPod. It's already there.
It's still there.
Yeah, you can't delete it.
No,
remember? You couldn't delete it from. I was like, what is this crap?
That's the worst one though, man. I tried because I was a huge fan then, and I'm like, wow, free record. I couldn't get into any song on that.
Because that was complete shit.
I mean, that's probably why you like they suck.
Yeah, they used up space in your iPad.
Yeah, I can understand it because that
couldn't delete it.
That is definitely not their better parts of the catalog.
So for the rest of you guys, I mean, I said Tom Petty. Jay says U2. What do you think, Johnny or Michael or Paul? What do you guys think?
What is it?
Overrated, hugely popular band that you really don't really care for. I guess.
Oh man, I can go down a list of them, man.
Yeah,
but I mean, legitimate, like with an argument, like with a legitimate argument. Jay, I mean, I think I understand where Jay's coming from. That's what
I'll give you mine, but I do like a handful of songs. Bruce Springsteen. Now I'm gonna get destroyed.
I think meh. Bruce Springsteen, meh.
He's part of a whole group of guys that I don't like. I just don't dig that style of music. Springsteen and John Mellencamp.
Oh yeah,
and and there's that whole style of singer-songwriter. I don't dig Jimmy Buffett. I don't dig John. I don't dig Billy Joel. I don't dig any.
I like Billy Joel.
I love Billy Joel.
You know what? I don't want to interrupt the what we're doing now, but that Piano Man song.
Say again?
The Piano Man, that song?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hate that song. Do you know why?
Why? With you.
My cousin, when we were younger, he borrowed his father's greatest hits CDs. It was a double CD. And I was hanging over there one night. We're playing video games. Genesis. So this is like 91, 92, somewhere around there, And he had Piano Man on repeat the whole night. And he wouldn't turn it off.
Are you for real?
I wanted to kill myself.
Man, I used to play a music round for a trivia show in San Francisco at this pub, Irish pub, and I would play acoustically these songs, and we would every time I'd play Piano Man, the place would go nuts. Like for a sing along in an Irish pub, it's
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's amazing.
I bet it crushed.
amazing,
Those
man.
were great.
Yeah, I bet.
Actually, I have recordings of that stuff. I'll put that stuff up somewhere. Yeah, I can see though that song on repeat. I mean, it's a good song. Like once is fine, but
By the way, I want to
Yeah.
answer someone. AI Gaming says Rick Rubin made Electric for the Cult as their version of Back in Black. Fairly true. If you go back, if anybody's interested in listening to old Cult music, they're one of my favorite bands. The Electric record was originally called Peace, and it sounded completely different. It was, I mean, the song structures are similar, but the production and the audio of those records, it sounds a little bit closer to the Love record, and it sounds like the missing record between Love and Sonic Temple. So if you're interested in that, Electric is originally called Peace.
I think Billy Joel's songwriting is great. I think he's a great songwriter and unique too. A lot of his
Not a fan.
but
No,
when he
I
writes
mean,
for other people,
I love
no,
I-
it
I
was the
lo-
first.
I
That
love
was the
Billy
first
Joel.
concert. That first arena concert I ever went to. Billy Joel, and that.
No, but
just
Billy
stuck with
Joel-
me.
again,
I was
I
Billy
agree
Joel
with-
multiple times. I was at one of the shows with Yankee Stadium when he recorded it, for the video,
Mhm.
and I saw him at one of the.
I have that
Again, I saw him
somewhere.
a bunch of times. I saw him one time at Madison Square Garden. Elton John and Eric Clapton. They all came up on stage together.
Damn,
Wow.
that's a great lineup.
I'm a huge.
Ah.
You want to hear somebody I think is super, super overrated? Eric fucking Clapton.
Whoa.
I'm not a
didn't-
huge fan of Clapton either.
No,
he didn't even play
listen,
he didn't even play the solo on his greatest song. That's fucking. It's Dwayne Allman.
This isn't about. I don't think they're that good. I'm talking.
No,
But he did play the
overrated.
solo
I think
on
Eric
My Guitar
Clapton is
Gently Weeps.
overrated.
But the impact that Clapton had on guitar players.
on our
Overrated.
guy. If
Oh,
there was
yeah,
no
Eddie
Clapton,
Van
our
Halen.
guy
Speaking
would.
of that, I got another one too.
You got to thank Clapton for Edward,
Yeah.
right, Dennis? Dennis, are you still here?
Overrated.
Kill me, BB King.
Oh, you motherfucker!
You know what?
Damn,
I get
he's
it.
not even alive.
I
But you
get
were
it.
holding up that Rattle and Hum a second ago,
Oh yeah,
saying it's amazing.
but
He's
I
on
think-
that.
I don't think he's like the greatest guitarist that people
That's
say
not
he
about
is.
Well, he's not the greatest guitarist, but I mean,
I don't name three songs. Three of his songs. I mean, you
Those
can't
songs
name his
aren't
songs.
on pop radio and stuff.
No.
That's different.
But seeing him live several times, it just didn't really impress. He's a one note wonder. I mean, he can.
yeah,
you
but
know,
it's
pick
how you
those
play
one
that note,
notes.
isn't it?
But I know. BB King is not, and I got to hold Lucille. I got to work with him.
did you really?
Yeah. BB's like, I gotta go take.
Let's
a piss.
see it.
Just before he went on stage, I gotta go take a piss. He's like, can you hold that? His guitar tech was on the other side of the stage.
No, he,
so
he gave you an option. You either hold my guitar, and you're like, "Well, your guitar is smaller, so I'll hold."
I'll hold the
Oh.
Gibson.
Yeah,
I'll
hold
the
my
Gibson.
guitar of this.
So, and I respect the guy, and I like Rattle and Hum and that whole, but I don't think he was I don't think he's in the top 20 of guitar players.
Did you ask him if he washed his hands when he came back?
I didn't care.
Listen, Santa Cruz says you guys got to stop. None of these are going to go without peppering. Like you have to pick somebody that is huge for these. I mean, you can't just pick some local band like
Yeah.
Gizmachi. No.
So I picked Springsteen.
Mm-hmm. That didn't get much argument.
You picked U2. Jay.
Johnny, what do you got? Let's hear from Johnny.
Johnny, what do you got?
Overrated. Oh my gosh. Good night, everybody.
That's all we have time for.
I know, Johnny. Say something bad about somebody.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with Nickelback.
I think
I
we all
really-
agree with that
I-
one.
Most of us will. I agree.
Let's go
They
more
had
classic
they had
rock,
one
man.
good song. Only one good song that I like.
I don't think they had anything good. I think it was just crap.
I couldn't
know
name
what?
anything they did.
You should probably rescind that because Nickelback is a big influence on your boy Wolfgang.
But still, that's okay. I mean,
No. If you're gonna shit on me, shitting on Clapton as being the influence.
nobody's shitting on anyone. Nobody's shitting on anyone. We're all
just
entitled
saying.
here.
I just said I don't care. I don't care for them. You know.
That's I don't particularly like the band, but Silver Side Up is a pretty unassailable record. That was a massive record. Every song on it's a motherfucker. Yeah, it's a good record.
Silverchair. I like Silverchair.
No, Silver Side Up from Nickelback. What's your blood alcohol level over there, kid?
Getting there. Bruce Pin set says Mayfire is overrated.
Nice try.
Bruce Pinpoint a Pinset.
Thank you, Bruce. That was the band I was in. Yeah,
Hey,
Dane, I saw that.
They've heard of him.
I saw that. Springsteen did cover Jump.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
it's pretty awkward.
Was that with Morello?
I haven't
He played
seen
with
that.
Morello
I
for a
gotta
while.
look at that. Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was with Morello.
It even looks awkward when Dave performed it. Imagine Springsteen with his red handkerchief hanging out of his ass.
Miles Taylor brings up AC/DC. I mean, there's an argument to be made there. I will say that.
What,
I like AC/DC.
What do you mean? You're wearing their shirt. What are you
I
talking
like
about?
AC/DC,
Tell
but I
me
can
right
understand why
now.
people think that they've done the same thing for 30, 40, 50 years.
Well, they have.
They have.
But I
And it's
mean, yeah,
worked.
this is. Of
But
course I like
the
AC/DC.
influence that AC/DC had.
Well, it's more the influence that Chuck
I'm
Berry
not
had.
100% agreeing with him, but I see where he's coming from.
This
There you
saved,
go.
this saved 2020, as far as I'm concerned.
I haven't heard it yet, so no comment.
AC/DC is a phenomenal band, but I can see where people find them overrated.
That's what I'm saying. That's all.
I get it.
No, I can get it. I can get it. You know, the same chords over.
Of course,
and
if we're gonna use that, then we have to
Johnny's
pull out
not a huge AC/DC fan.
the Ramones and Motorhead.
Yeah, I am.
Without Motorhead, there'd be no
Never mentioned
Metallica, man.
Yeah, and Boston.
Boston.
Because there are so many bands. There are so many bands that do Chicago. I mean, there are so many bands that did the same thing over and over and
I
over.
love Chicago.
by the way, speaking of Motorhead, did you see? I reposted on Facebook. Did you see that Lemmy had his ashes?
Yes.
Good night, Sherman.
Yeah, I was. I
Bullets.
I know at least two people that got them.
We talked about that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
okay.
cool, though. Yeah.
Our 5-hour show Tuesday. We talked about that.
Motorhead.
Kellyanne Davis. Everybody is in AC/DC. That was in the classic lineup except for Malcolm now.
Pull that comment back up, Johnny.
Which one?
Sherman, I apologize, but I at a flash of seeing that real quick, good night, guys. Got to get up and go jerking tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh no.
He's jet skiing tomorrow.
Yeah, I see that. I realize that now.
Yeah, but you would think he would be doing before he went to bed.
That's what I'll be doing when we get off here. Jet skiing. I'm going jet skiing in about a half hour.
Yeah, I'm
Who
gonna
was
go
that?
in a half hour.
DVD from
Day by
something
day.
mentions the Sex Pistols. Yeah, I'm never a fan. Or in the Ramones, I could do without the Ramones
I
too.
fucking love this.
I know. Hey,
I love PIL. I love Johnny.
I do like PIL. I like PIL more than I like the Sex Pistols.
A massively bigger. Obviously, I only had one album for Sex Pistols.
right.
You're right.
You know,
If you don't count the Great Rock and Roll Swindle.
Somebody mentioned Nirvana earlier, and I couldn't disagree more. Nirvana had such a huge impact on music.
Nirvana was a tipping point for music.
I
Yeah.
agree, but I can see where they're
I hate
coming
the
from.
fucking band, but
Yeah, you can say
call
that
them
overrated
overrated?
as far as their skills or whatever.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not as good, that great a band, but they changed music.
There's no way you cannot say they changed the course.
They
Yeah,
changed
they
music.
altered the hell out of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any band that changes music is, I mean, whether you like them or not, that's indisputable. There's an argument that Pearl Jam is overrated. First three Pearl Jam records are good, and then for me, they start to lose the.
That's it. First two.
Yeah, Yield
Yeah.
Yield has its moments.
Oh, think
I
of
tried
Pearl Jam. Think
after
of Pearl
that.
Jam, right? They literally have, if you talk about 10 and verses, obviously 10 is one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yep.
It really is.
So
Still
not,
not, still
Beginning
not
to
as good
end,
as
yeah.
Mother Love Bone.
Oh, I've tried to listen to Mother Love Bone last night. I was like, oh,
I
my
like Mother
God.
Love Bone, but not
Mother
even.
Love
So
Bone.
anyway,
Great.
that's just personal preference. But and then obviously Versus is really, really good as well.
Sure.
Vitology has a few songs that are good.
Yeah,
You're talking about a band that literally has made a 30-year career.
40. Well,
10 came out in 91, right?
Yeah,
90 or 90, 91, somewhere in 91.
91. Yep.
Vitology is a great album.
Vitology's great.
They still sell out the planet with those first two albums.
Yeah.
Because of those first, because of the first.
And it's their
album,
live
really.
show. I think they're seeing them live.
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna
if
get
those
a
songs
different show
weren't
every
so
night.
if those songs weren't, if that album it wasn't so transcending.
Yeah.
You know,
I got one.
What?
Train.
Yes.
But
I don't
were
even
they
know any of their shit.
really ever that big? They had like a year that they were really big.
Now that said,
Calling
That's
All
Drop
Angels.
the Jupiter.
I love
what it
that
was?
song. Calling All Angels. Outside of that,
only song I like from Train
I
is
got to
Free.
hang out with them.
I think Free is great, and their cover of Ramble On was always good. When
What's
they
going
would,
on with Johnny, put your head down again. That was scary. Okay.
they would used to do Ramble On when they would go into radio stations to play live, and
They're
fantastic.
great. They are a good live band. I'll give them that. Yeah.
But not a fan of Train. You're right, Caleb. Free I
Yeah.
thought was a fantastic song, and then obviously Meet Virginia was a massive hit. But Train sits in there, and I'll give you another one that I think is super overrated. Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
Jeannie
thought you were gonna
mentioned
say
that
Tonic.
today when we were having this discussion. She
Yeah,
threw that
Dave
in.
Matthews sucks.
Well, she likes Dave
I
Matthews.
like. Oh, come on.
I like Dave. I like Dave.
Yeah, I like Dave.
Dave Matthews is
See his band. The songwriting and the music is amazing. He could be an
phenomenal
instrumental.
musicians.
yeah, but Dave Matthews super overrated.
I could do without his voice that much, but you know.
That's
I
how
mean,
I feel about who's that guitar player has a Cameron Brown and Jeannie are going to kill me for this one. The Silver Sky, who plays John Mayer.
John
Mayer also overrated. Yeah.
Oh, I can't. His voice. Oh my God, it's like
what a guitar player, though.
Yeah,
dude.
that's fine.
Fantastic guitar player, but he's but nowhere near. The funny thing about it is John Mayer wants to be that kind of guitar player, that Eric Clapton, guitar hero guy, but he realizes that's a limited place for him, so he writes pop shit. He's a guy that's living like a dual life because
he's also traveling. I mean, with the Grateful Dead,
right? And you got that.
Of them. In fact,
Not a side project.
Somebody in chat room mentioned Grateful Dead being overrated. When years ago, I despised them. I used to say I'll be grateful when they're dead. That's how much I hate them. Literally. I love the Grateful Dead. I saw them with Jerry Garcia. I think I saw him about 6 or 7 times, and phenomenal show. Absolutely.
Yeah, over the last few years, I kind of discovered them. I like the Dead.
Yeah,
I fucking hate the Grateful Dead, but that is the greatest fan base in the history of rock.
Yeah,
The Grateful Dead is almost a religion.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Actually, think about that.
It's
right?
almost a religion. I mean, the Grateful Dead and Elvis fans are the two that could possibly be a religion. People.
Yeah, Coldplay definitely. Coldplay overrated.
Super overrated. Yep.
Oh yeah, Coldplay.
You want a good band that's like Coldplay but better? The Verve.
Yes.
Fucking Verve is one of the best bands ever, and that
the Verve is really good. Yeah,
that singer is amazing. Ashcroft.
The Verve had the same issue not quite the same, but the same thing with Oasis. Oasis is a better band than they get credit for being, but because they're such fucking assholes, people don't want to listen to them. But if you go back and listen to Oasis's music, their music is outstanding, but they're such dickheads. And I think I call that the Limp Bizkit factor. Limp Bizkit, for what they are fantastic for what they are. What they were, because the last couple of records were not very good. But Limp Bizkit, when they were in their prime, they put out when they put out those couple of records, they were better than Korn. They wrote better songs than Korn. They were better hooks. They were more dancey. They were more rhythmic. They were better songs. But Fred Durst, he has Kevin DuBrow disease, which is he burned every fucking bridge. The minute they got famous, he just lit the fuse. And people were just like, shut up. Don't want to hear you anymore.
They bought a mixing console when they performed at our club because he smashed it with his guitar, his mic stand. They bought a whole mixing console.
Yep.
I mean, a monitor console.
But Ben Tom for the color change.
Yeah, I don't think Arenas
Thank
Pinko.
you, Ben.
I don't think Saliva's at the level that
No.
that these other bands that we're talking about.
Somebody
are, though.
mentioned Janis Joplin, and I agree with that. And I was never a Joplin fan.
It was
I-
David Day.
That's
Big
where
Big
That's where Axl Rose got his entire vocal style was from Janis Joplin.
Just sounds like an angry cat. I don't know. Like Ned.
She gets credit for being the only woman in an all man's world at the time.
Can I change my Nickelback
Mamas and
answer
Papas.
to Guns N' Roses?
You can't. No, there's no way it can be Guns N' Roses.
I might get some flack for this. Billy Idol.
Whoa.
I think
give
Billy
you that.
Idol's underrated.
I'll give you that one.
Okay, there we go. Well,
Yeah.
we already got disagreements.
Yeah, I
that's
think
what this is
Billy
supposed
Idol's
to be.
underrated. I think that one of the things that Billy Idol did was he took that sort of punk rock thing and made it pop.
Mm.
And made it a pop thing. He took Sid Vicious's image and combined it with a little bit of the polish of David Bowie
And a little Elvis.
I think
and a little Elvis. Sure.
Who was his producer on his breakthrough album? I think it was probably the producer because he broke through in what, 86 or 85 maybe? I don't know.
83.
83.
Was it? What was his
Yeah.
What was his first hit?
Eyes,
I mean,
eyes
I
without
his-
a face, man.
Well,
Eyes Without a Face,
Dancing with
okay.
Myself was his first
Dancing
big
with
hit.
myself.
No, his
But that was a
first hit
Generation
was
X
White
hit.
Wedding. White Wedding.
White wedding.
White Wedding was his first.
They were
hit.
great hits, but did he write them? Was he a songwriter? I don't even know. I don't know his
I'll
history.
find
Was
out.
he a songwriter, or was he like it took had people writing
See,
for him?
here's the thing: Dancing with Myself in 1981, when it came out, when it came out, he was still a member.
84.
He was still a member of Generation X. And that was,
Dancing with Myself is 84.
Dancing with Myself was
on the Rebel
81.
Yell record.
Dancing with Myself was 81. It's a Generation X song, and it was a top 30 record in the United
Oh, and he
States.
redid it.
No.
as
Yes.
himself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Dancing with Myself.
Nobody knows Generation X. Nobody.
Right.
But that song was a hit in 1981, and Billy Idol, that's the whole reason he got the solo deal, was because they said, well, this band is shit, but this guy is a star.
Sure, he had charisma. He was definitely.
Rebel Yell was 84.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow. So
83, 84. Rebel
White
Yell.
Wedding, performed by Billy Idol, written by Billy Idol,
Mhm.
produced by Keith Forsey.
Hmm.
Wow. So he is a let's see what other from that record.
What was his era? He had 5 years. 5 years of hits.
82
That was
that
about it.
song came out.
82 is when he re-released it as a solo artist.
His last hit was what's the cover he did?
No,
Don't
White
you forget,
Wedding. was his
don't you forget
breakthrough.
about me.
No, the other one. The
LA Woman?
no. Keep going.
Oh, Monet.
Money, yeah.
That wasn't his last hit.
I
No,
hate that song.
That was like late 80s, early 90s, maybe.
I'd rather
Cradle of
listen
Love.
to I'd rather
Cradle of
listen to,
Love, 1981 or 1991.
Okay.
I'd rather listen to Weird Al's version, Alimony.
Alimony.
My car.
Yeah.
By
Not
the
as
way-
much as Billy Idol.
Just by the way, again, Moni was released in 1981 as well. You
By
guys don't
by
really have-
him.
by him. It was on his first EP.
Eyes Without a Face
But that's
came
like
out.
White
Well,
Snake
then he
re-releasing all half their
redid it
catalog.
then.
It
Right?
was re-released. It was re-released after.
Yeah.
I
he didn't
remember
do
like
it good enough
86
back in
that was
81.
out.
Eyes Without a Face is the second single after Rebel Yell on
Mhm.
that record.
And Eyes Without a Face was written by these guys.
Yeah.
Anyone think we're spending too much time on Billy Idol?
He's Vital Idol, man.
We're having an argument here. I
It
said
wasn't-
he was overrated.
I mean, yeah. That's all.
Well, when it was released in 1981, it was a top 10 record.
What was the one with
Well
the
done, Billy.
the babysitter that came out in like the early 90s?
But John Biel should love Billy Idol because
Cradle
he
of Love.
borrowed part of the
Yeah.
5150 stage for his 1984.
That's
tour.
right. And so did U2. U2 borrowed part of that stage for Rattle and Hum.
You
You watch this, and they have the same grid system or the
But-
same.
But to
Grading
Caleb's point, people don't really know about Billy Idol his entire, like, everybody thinks that 1 4-year window between 84 and 88 was all that Billy Idol did. And it's funny thing about it is most of the shit that he did was a much wider path, but it all got repackaged in his greatest hits record, and they all popped again a second time. And that's
He was
the thing
also
with
out
him.
of commission for a good 5 years after he had his accident too.
Yeah.
I saw him. He was.
Hate me again. Here, okay, I got another one. Motley Crue.
Yeah, super overrated.
That's my final answer.
Absolutely overrated.
That's an easy one.
Right band, right time.
That first album is awesome.
I should.
Right band, right
The
time.
first album is the one you pick, huh? I don't know.
My favorite song from them is Dr. Feelgood, just because of the drum sound.
Well, that's Bob
That
Rock.
whole album was
Yeah.
probably my favorite. Out of
My
all.
favorite songs from them are the spaces in between the songs. I don't like Vince Neil's voice, man. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I'd rather hear John Biel sing for Motley Crue.
I probably could. I know. I probably couldn't do as good as Vince.
Bless
No,
it out,
you could.
John,
Maybe I
bless
could.
it out. Bless it out.
No, I don't. Sing.
I hate that
guess.
guitar sound too, especially like Shout of the Devil. I hate that guitar sound.
I like Home Sweet Home. That's a good song. Well written.
Motley Crue was the right band at the right time. They were packaged properly. They were charismatic. They were characters in a time when having characters mattered. They were perfect for what they were.
Yeah,
That's like saying. I mean, then let's get to the argument of Kiss.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yeah.
When Kiss took off their makeup, Motley Crue took that and ran with it.
Yeah. I like Kiss, but I like the idea of Kiss more than I like.
Yeah, I don't
Kiss.
get it because the music doesn't pack the punch that you think that the visual delivers. That's for me.
In the early days, I think they did that. I think
they never had a really heavy sound.
If you go back, Caleb, and just if you go back and listen to the live version,
okay.
All right, fine.
I refuse.
Go back and listen to the live version. The live
There
version
goes
of
our
Watching
opening
You.
slot.
No, go look at that live version of Watching You from 1975. There's a video of it, and it's like there's like 5 riffs in that song that are as good as anything Aerosmith or Zeppelin wrote. The problem is there are 5 riffs in those songs. They should have made 5 fucking songs out of it because they would have had 5 good songs instead of one. 20%. Each 20% of the song is great. They were super heavy. They just weren't super well produced. They were poorly produced until Bob Ezrin got a hold of them. That Destroyer record is pretty good.
The song they opened their shows with
great album.
in the mid 70s.
Oh,
Nick-
Johnny, Johnny.
There you go, Miles.
Johnny's connection.
Johnny. Yep.
Get the connection in.
What's the song? Great, get your grandma out of here, or something like that. They
Yeah,
start
Deuce.
with Deuce. That's a great song.
No, but
I
I
can't even think of it. But I love that. I've seen that video where they start their show with that song, and it's heavy. It is heavy for 1975.
I think they would have probably been taken more seriously as musicians if the visual weren't the greatest spectacle in rock history. I think
they would never have been that big.
They would have been like Humble Pie or another name drop band that had some decent music. I think the problem with Kiss is they tried to serve 2 masters and got one right and the other one they half-assed.
Yeah, but look what they do with it though.
Oh, I know they've done just fine.
Yeah, I know.
They've done just fine.
Something I was thinking about too was when Van Halen, when Kiss discovered, or when Gene discovered Van Halen. Why isn't it more reported on like how Van Halen felt being taken in by this band? Like they were the biggest band in the world at that time, and you don't really hear about, what effect they really kind of had on Ed and Al, at least, being asked to come into the studio with them. And
did you listen? Did you listen to the Gene Simmons demos?
Yes, the Zero demos, right?
No, Gene was trying to steal them. Was trying to take them.
I just want to know what
if
the
he
mind
could take their music. He would have.
What Ed and Al thought. Like this, they're like Gene. The biggest band in the world is taking us under their wing. Like you don't really hear. I mean, there are the stories of the recording, and they took him to New York City and that kind of stuff.
He wanted to get Eddie in a damn band.
They don't seem as starstruck as I think they would have been. I guess.
Yeah, maybe there's something to that. Maybe it didn't go as well as the story has been told, and everybody would just rather it went away.
Maybe they knew that he was trying to take advantage of them. You know,
Absolutely.
Something made me think of that this week. Maybe I was looking at one of the books.
because listen to the Gene Simmons demos of the songs that ended up being on the first record. It's not the same.
They didn't have the balls.
He could have fucked them royally because he had a deal.
Yeah.
He tore up a contract with them. He could have said sorry and shut them down.
Well, here's why he didn't, because at the time the band was
Shut them down. Shut them all
Shut them all down.
Shut them all down.
He didn't, because at the time Kiss was the biggest thing in the world, and in order to poach Van Halen and run Van Halen, it would have cost him money. And Gene, since day one, has been about the money. And at that time,
I do not believe what you're saying.
Why need to come from the horse's mouth? Here.
Let's come from the horse's mouth.
I would say this, but no. I'm not going to do the Gene now. I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking.
Come on.
I'm going to Donnie Brasco you. I ain't fucking doing it.
You son of a bitch.
I'm not doing it.
Deny,
I ain't doing it.
Michael. Deny.
But yeah, I mean, at that time, they said to him, Gene could have said, all right, I can poach these guys, but that's going to take us off the road or all this shit for 6 months. Or I can do this movie that we're doing at Magic Mountain and get on NBC and get a shitload of music.
Oh my God.
And that's what they did. They took the money. They took the fucking money. They went and took it. They did the movie. They did the movie. They did the dolls. They did the color forms. They did all the other shit. And all of that.
What did they have to gain from Van Halen? That's
Color forms are so much fun.
Jennifer Batten, baby.
See what shows up on my Instagram?
Look at a Jennifer Batten
with the hair.
Didn't even search for
Jennifer Batten for the win.
We're keeping you up.
Jennifer Batten, overrated. Just kidding.
Oh, there's a great example. Bruce Poinsett brings out a great one. Bon Jovi. The Bon Jovi deal. Bon Jovi's deal with Skid Row. You want to talk about a band that got fist fucked? So
no, I don't.
They make a deal. Dave Sabo and John Bon Jovi wrote stuff together in the beginning before either one of them got signed. And they made a deal that when one of them made it, they would help the other one along the way. So Bon Jovi is now being managed by Doc McGee, and John helps Skid Row gets their deal with McGee's help. He gets points on the first 2 Skid Row records, being the debut and Slave to the Grind. He only gets points on those 2 records. What happens to Skid Row after John Bon Jovi and Doc McGee don't get their taste?
Well, that album sucked anyway. So
what was it called? I forget the name of the third record, and I own it.
Jumping out.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Well,
now I have to look
time,
it up.
Everything kind of changed by then.
92 I know,
to 94, mainstream rock music had completely, flipped from anything that was
Subhuman Race, by the way, is
Subhuman. Yes.
Yeah.
Anything that was kind of still had, not that, especially the second Skid Row album is heavy as shit.
Yeah.
But they were still kind of lumped into that same kind of category.
Right.
As a lot of those other bands.
But that's a great story of being fucked by the music business.
What?
I said that's a great story being fucked by the music business, though, because they still could have, they could, if they had had the backing at the time in 1992, they still could have done all right. They still could have got that record out there.
When,
do the backing.
Slave to the Grind came out. But I'm saying after that, everything kind of flipped.
Deep.
But I remember trying to it just didn't sound, a lot of these heavier bands did that type of thing when grunge kind of kicked in.
Right.
They stripped down the production, and what it did is, your hardcore fans, the ones who love you, have been with you, you're the ones you're moving away from, and you're trying to get fans that aren't going to like you.
That's what Def Leppard did after Hysteria. I was just
sure.
What was the hit? The one hit.
Bon Jovi did it too. Bon Jovi reinvented themselves.
I was listening to that today. Whatever that.
The only way it works is, I guess, if you go have a little bit of a country, thing to you, then maybe you'll catch on.
That first album by Def Leppard,
Blazing Saddle. No, what was the Young Guns?
Yeah,
Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory.
Yeah, which is basically Wanted Dead or Alive too.
Yeah, but it's still a great song.
Oh, it's a great song. Fantastic song.
So good.
Shot.
Yep, the
Yep.
production. There's everything about it. It's like
Let's get rocked.
one of
Thank
those
you.
things you're talking about, Springsteen and stuff like that, and Billy Joel. It's like, especially Billy Joel. Like, I'm not a fan of the music, so I like some of his stuff. I can listen to it, but it's that stuff that like you don't really care for, but that this is a good ass song, like well written.
Right.
Ass song.
You know why it's a great song. but you just
Everybody
don't
knows a good song.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had this discussion before. Like I use the Backstreet Boys as an example. I Want It That Way is a great fucking song. It just is. It just is, and you can't deny it when you hear it.
Yeah, you could hate it and want to tear your eardrums out, but hey, it's a good song.
Yeah.
It just is. I'm sorry. Like it's a great.
It's one
pop
of it's some of
song.
those songs that you begrudgingly
It's
you
a
like.
great pop song, and I was talking about this new Wolfgang song is an amazing pop song, amazing, and
it's really good, man.
and I asked him on Twitter because I remember him saying what his father's favorite song was of his, because I had a feeling it was that one, and it was. He answered.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's crazy. Like, this song is amazing. I can't believe it. He's just sort of releasing it behind the video for another song. I don't know what that is, but
Just think of how the rest of the album.
Very in the lead.
Think of how the rest of the album's gonna sound, man.
You want to hear a great guilty pleasure album, start to finish, that I fucking love, and I bet at least one other person in this show will say the same. Play Deep from The Outfield.
Oh, it's great.
I like the outfit.
Yes.
It's a fantastic record. It's a perfect pop record.
Was he the
Production-
one you thought was going to say that?
No, I thought Caleb would get it. But
I only know that one song though.
Yeah, the one
That's
song I do like. What is this
Oh,
song?
there's some kick-ass
Your
stuff.
Love.
that record is
Your
that
Love, Jean
record-
Bill. Your Love.
yeah that
Thank
Play
you,
Deep record from start to finish is perfect.
It is.
Every song on it is great. They're all singable. The memorable. The production is fantastic. It is a brilliant early 80s pop record. And that band should have been bigger. Holy shit, is that such a great album.
Yeah.
Kelly mentions the Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers, one of the better comeback albums of some of those bands.
Massive comeback
I love.
record.
Absolutely.
Purple.
By the way, I was just
I
gonna
just posted it last night, you
Kel-
guys. I posted a good one.
Kelly Davis Balde there. She is probably my most favorite person on the planet. That's my cousin.
Oh, she's
Oh, no
famous too, huh? Your
Good to
famous
see you,
cousin?
Kelly.
She's one of the. To me, she's like the best person living.
I think Deep Purple is underrated as far as their catalog. I think they had so
Well,
many.
say hi to. I'm telling you, say hi to Kelly. Don't go fucking over that.
I said hi to Kelly like 2 hours ago. Captain.
I said thanks for joining. I think I said, maybe I didn't.
She's been on Facebook too, in the Facebook chat as
It's been a
well.
long
Yeah.
night.
Deep Purple's problem is lineup instability.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh
that's,
my God, yeah,
that's been their issue. I mean,
constant turnover.
Any lineup with Blackmore, I think Richie Blackmore is great. And did you guys watch the what I posted last night? That
No.
when he destroys he basically destroys the whole stage, blows it up, destroys a couple of TV cameras, destroys three Fender Strats in the meantime, smashes 3 Strats.
Wow.
It's
The
just
thing-
over the top. It's great. It's a great
Had a bad night.
and it was he was having a bad night, but he was in great form that night.
When did you send that? Last night?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go dig.
You got to watch that. That's a legendary. It was that California Jam '74.
yeah, Deep Purple is sadly underrated because of their lineup instability. Because they had the first lineup nobody cared about. The Mark II lineup was big, and then the one with Glenn Hughes and David Coverdale is sort of
You're right.
nice, beautiful.
God.
Well said, Ben.
That version of the band didn't last long enough, and then Tommy Bolin came in, and that record didn't do well, and then they split up.
There were 3 lineups. I mean, with Coverdale, they were riding on the wave of the previous versions.
Wait, so this is real? He actually gets pissed?
Oh yeah,
Like 5 minutes in the video, he starts trashing the camera, and then he blows up his entire back line.
5 minutes in.
And then he proceeds to trash 3 strats, throwing 2 of them and a plexi into the audience. A couple of cabinets and a plexi into the audience.
And there's a great example of another reason why Rainbow wasn't bigger is because Blackmore's an insufferable cock.
Well, I mean, he's got his reputation. He does have a reputation that
he's got a hell of a reputation. That's right.
He's a recluse, but he's one of the greatest guitarists.
I agree 100%.
Absolutely.
Of the 70s and 80s, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah, and that Perfect Strangers record was a fantastic comeback.
Absolutely.
I'd say
Johnny's done with the show tonight.
2 minutes.
Johnny's done with the
That's
show.
him on stage.
Yeah.
Johnny, you're having way too much fun right now.
Yeah, he throws. KXM says, "I'll take the plexi." He throws a plexi head into the audience. He throws at least 2 full 4x12 cabinets. You can see the speakers; they're not dummy cabinets. And then he throws at least 3 strats into the audience. One of them in pieces. Just crazy, over the top. And then ELO took the stage and had the flying piano. That's a legendary concert.
He threw that out into the stage, the piano?
The piano. No, he had a fly. He actually had a
Oh,
piano.
he gave him a guitar that was out of tune.
Don't play it. No.
That sounded like Eruption. What's going on?
That's where Eddie learned it.
I bet you Ed was at that show. 19 years old, California Jam.
1974. And there was 300,000 people there, so he probably was.
We got 300,000 crazy
That was the precursor to us fest
tonight.
Did he ever explain what happened here?
Oh, there's a whole story behind it. You want me to?
What are
didn't wanna
Deep
go
Purple
on-
fans known as?
Oh,
Purples.
Deep pupils?
Pupils. They didn't want to go
Purple
on until
pupils?
sunset, and Richie locked himself in his dressing room until sunset, and
I'm not coming out.
that's what it was. That's the whole thing, and people
I'm an
were
artist.
pestering him for like 2 hours because there was nobody on stage for 2 hours.
And that's-
sun in my eyes.
That's part of the Nigel Tufnell joke in Spinal Tap when he's talking about the sandwiches. And he goes, I can't. I can't do anything with this. I mean, I'll perform. I'm a professional.
Yeah, right.
I'm a professional. And I fold this. And hello, what have we got here? That's the whole joke.
Really, it's
about
not a
the-
big deal, but
It's
really,
not a big deal, but I mean,
it just gets me upset. And then the cameraman was getting into Richie's space, and then he
fold them.
Trashed the camera.
You can only fold them so much. Then they break.
and they break. It's got a little piece of
It's
bread.
all
Hello.
right. Like, who's this for? A
I'll
dwarf?
rise
Or-
above it.
is
I'll
it a
rise
dwarf
above
or
it.
like a little person?
You work at a haberdashery.
dragging the cab over now.
Yes,
Whoa.
I think we've got that.
How,
Yeah, you still
how
watching?
high is that? How
The
high that
stage is like 10 feet high.
He's
And
smashing
nobody
everything.
was standing down there.
I love your canned tuna.
It's in Dublin.
Doubly.
Double
Hello,
Jesus.
Janine.
Such
I
a
do not
great-
think that the problem was that the band was that. I think
The
it was-
problem was
with a
the
Stonehenge.
problem-
It was
Yeah,
in
right.
danger of being trampled
Chasm.
by a dwarf.
just such a good movie.
No,
In
we're
fact,
not going to.
We gotta watch that
Stonehenge.
together. at
You're
some
not going
point.
to fucking do Stonehenge.
Stonehenge tomorrow. Guys, I raise a question here. By the way, rest in peace, Tony Hendra. Ian Faith passed about 2 weeks ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The guy with the paddle.
He's the guy that shakes down the local Hebrews for rent.
He was he on the Young Ones too? I think he was one of the.
Now,
Yes,
you know how
Tony
hard
had-
it is to find a mandolin string in the middle of Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
It's sort of a Mach piece.
or wherever.
So many
I mean-
quotable.
Paraphrasing.
Tony Hendra was great in that movie. Everybody was great in that movie.
Everybody.
Early appearances from Fran Drescher,
Yeah,
That's right. And
really-
Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey. Mime is money, Morty.
Paul
Yeah.
Schaefer's in that movie.
Paul Schaefer, Billy Crystal,
Philip Crystal.
Right? What was his name?
and a very young Joyce Heiser, who would go on to show her breasts in the movie Just One of the Guys.
Nice.
Hmm.
Never saw it.
Um,
Her ample breasts.
Yes, very, very, very fine.
For
Fine
playing a
breast
guy
tissue.
throughout 90% of the movie. Yeah,
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you
he
saw
pulled
those.
it
You're like,
off.
whoa, didn't expect that.
Look at
Didn't
the
expect
What-
that.
what movie?
But it's memorable.
Smashed.
Canned heat.
Smashed already, and he's still whacking.
You can
it.
see the truss rod. That thing coming off the back of the guitar is the truss rod.
Richie
Oh,
Blackmore's
wow.
another guy
wow.
who visited the hair man early in his career because he was going bald in '74, and then all of a sudden you saw him in Rainbow. You're like, oh, look at that.
Johnny, pull up a few more.
Someone has a
pictures from that
merkin on his
concert.
head.
There's a few more. Find a couple more from that show where he's
Still a fucking
throwing the cabs out and
killer guitar player, man.
smashing
Phenomenal
the
guitar player.
smashing
Absolutely.
the camera. There it is.
Wow.
By the way, I would just like to point out that throughout the entire show tonight, I've been getting spam chat requests from somebody who claims to be representing the Illuminati.
Oh, be careful.
Okay.
Really?
I'll copy and paste it for you guys.
No, please, no, don't put my name in there.
Bent
No,
Tom
no.
loves ample breasts as well. So thank you, Bent. Any opinion is well loved. Something like that. I don't know what I'm talking about.
There you go, guys. That's
What
what I've
is
been
that?
getting through the.
Yeah, on the,
You
on the
just did
top
with
right.
the chain letter, you a-hole.
It's not a chain letter. I just copied and pasted.
That's too much for me to read at 3:03 in the morning.
No. You're
How
when
dare
you're,
you? How dare you soil our chat with this?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm soiling the chat as opposed to the other nonsense that comes the other 6 days of the week.
Look at this
First-
bullshit.
Oh, it's great because I'm just like, thank you. All right, thank you. I'm very aware. Thank you
I
very
just-
much.
I
Like I'm
opened up,
trying to be as polite as I can.
I opened up the first thing I see. People of the Illuminati.
Yes, it's this guy.
Yeah.
Somebody has been spamming me all night on Facebook, trying to get me to join the Illuminati.
Our broadcast is going to shut down any second now.
It already did.
We're off.
No.
We went over. We're
Battery
4
dead.
minutes over.
No, we got 3 minutes.
Oh,
to
it
go.
won't even play.
What?
Oh, they got Johnny.
It's dying.
What's going
Johnny,
on?
Johnny
Yeah.
broke his
Illuminati got
fucking
to your-
machine.
What's
Got your
going
sound
on? Oh, I can't even. Show.
All right, John Beal.
Is it that time?
Well, we all need some me time now, I think, but not not together.
Meat time.
Yes, I agree. Saturday night.
Meat time.
This show was meh. No,
Me time.
I had fun tonight, so I hope you guys had fun in the chat, and I hope you guys had fun in the on the
In the
show.
bubbles.
That's right.
In the bubble.
And thank you to all the channel members. Too many to name, unless you want to name them, Johnny.
Too many for me to read in my situation. As
Do I sign
but
that?
no.
I'll name a few. One.
Kurt Sheffield, Dan Hale, Mike, David, Michael Smith,
I was just gonna
Bender,
say,
Bugsy, False,
Carlos had
John
50
Silas,
on 50 TV.
Carmichael.
Mr.
Steve-
BHP Jr.,
Steve
Bishop
Carmichael.
Poole, Lenny Lou and
Is that
Mary,
Bruce?
Dan Halen,
Is that
Everybody
Jimmy
was
Ray
on the
Hawkins,
8
Mr.
of
BHP
Bruce,
Jr. Is that Bruce?
Tom,
Mike
Big
Neese,
Tony,
Richard Poole,
Mike Neese,
False Flag,
Dark Entertainment,
Music Therapy
Chad,
Lab,
Steve Carmichael,
Bozique,
Carol
Susan
Hatcher,
Silvestri,
Flag,
Two
50
brain
Minutes of
cells.
TV, Brian Spaulding, David Shea,
Targets Entertainment,
Murray, Crazy Cook,
Lenny Lou and Mary,
I thought it was
Ben Tom, Michael
not
B,
forget
Hugh Caldwell,
one,
Crosby is a something.
Hey, Mike.
You've actually made a
Marcus Scranton, Don
Maybe last night.
Nicole Mrazek, Joe Christian, our Habs,
Oh,
Will Starr.
Is anybody still listening?
huh? We lost a few viewers there.
Did we? You think?
But it's not Thursday at 8.
Oh. Shots fired at 2 hours and 59 minutes and 43 seconds. Shots
Thanks,
fired.
everybody.
Good night.
Don't forget to tune in. Johnny Beans live.
What? Tune into what?
Johnny Beane's live all week.
Oh yeah. Yes. I might be live tomorrow during the day.
I just want to say I'm live in Canada all the time.
Oh. Wait, most overrated. Hang on.
Who could that be? I had a mustache and I was in a band once.
Oh my god.
Oh, me? I'm the most overrated?
Oh,
Stephen Franklin, Will Starr, Julia Baldessari,
Worst
Frank
ending
Parker.
ever.
Steve Carmichael.
Fernando.
That's what's coming down.
David
Isn't that
Nesbitt.
an ABBA song or something?
On the
Who did
inside.
Fernando's song.
Don't let
Fernando.
this get around to the outside.
Oh, great song. The Outside. No, The Inside. That's the name of the song. It's not The Outside, it's The Inside. Or The Outfield. The Outfield was good too. But
Hey, you know what they say? If
the
there's
last song on 5150 was a good
grass
song.
on the in. What is it?
Grass grows on the field, play ball.
Grass on the
Grass on the field.
play ball.
Oh.
Pedophile special.
Now it's the exact opposite.
Oh my god.
Yeah, even if it's bald, go ahead and.
No, I meant. Yeah.
What'd you mean?
I meant if there's hair down there now, I'm out.
Yeah, that's melodic.
Where'd you get your shoe?
The hell are you talking about?
What happened? We should do the show like this all the time.
I mean, my wife's
Just me sitting here doing nothing. Good night, everyone. See you
If
next
only
week.
you had control.
I know. I'm just hoping every time I play that.